What's going on, people? Lou got a bit excited as we're going live. You can tell by his name as well. New owners now. Okay, we got 3 hours. We got 3 hours of Transfer Deadline Day show. We'll be bringing on other guests as well throughout the evening. As always, even if you're watching on replay, please hit the like button. We'll be here till the window shuts. And last time we were here till after the window shuts and we was going into history lessons with Nick and Patrick. We were talking about football in the 1940s. So maybe we go through that again. You never know. Let's see how the last 3 hours go whilst I was waiting for players to be announced. Ben Chilwell, medical is booked. Jeffrey Schlupp, could he be going Celtic? And more. We'll be covering everything here, as well as having a laugh, having general Palace chat. Make sure to get involved throughout the show. We're starting off with AJ, Lou, and T. Patrick will be joining us a bit later. Gents, I mean, I'll start off with T or AJ, but that name is, I need to go into that because there's only like less than 3 hours left till the window shuts, and Lou's saying he wants, he changed his name. He changed his name, but Lou was literally saying that he wants new owners. So how comes the change of thought, Lou, within the last minute or two? You said you wanted new owners.
You're taking advantage of my uncle status just because I didn't know how to navigate this app. Yeah.
Now you do. Now you
take advantage. I'm gonna YouTube a tutorial of how to use StreamYard.
Trust me, you need it after yesterday. I need to. Don't worry, we've got 3 hours. We'll be talking about how to use StreamYard because yesterday, people, some of you were here. He started the stream, just for a quick insight. He started the live match reaction and he was waiting. He was waiting behind the scenes like you lot. I don't know why, but he decided to not put himself on the screen. But joined by Lou, T, what are you saying? How are you feeling?
Doing good, boss man. How you doing, man? Everything good?
I'm my boss man. What's going on?
What you mean, man? Youngest boss man, only 9 years old.
Is that colorful?
I'm just saying, man. It's right there on the screen.
Don't deny who you
are.
What?
What? You wouldn't have done that. What? Nah, you like taking advantage. I need to put some settings on here. What's going on here, man? You wouldn't have done that.
Listen, Alice 1439. I done a whip round, and I managed to get a groin donated from a Division 1 athlete from T's College.
Is it? What?
Yeah,
water?
Fresh. For water.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good because you can't kick ball anyways. So you know you're just saving else. You're saving someone you can kick ball. I've heard about your stories about.
I challenged him to do 26 kick-ups on stream, and he's scared.
Still waiting.
You're going to garden right now. Do it now.
Can we just calm down? We've been live for 3 minutes. We're here for Transfer Deadline Day special. We're not doing Soccer AM here. We're doing Transfer Deadline Day special. You know, we'll get into that. We'll get into kick-ups and all of that. But AJ, how you feeling, man? Less than 3 hours left till the window shuts. As you can see from the title of the video as well. Also, there are a few other players that we're going to be talking about, including likes of Rob Holding, who could be on the move as well. But happy with how the day's gone so far? I mean, nothing's happened apart from the news that's been going about.
You know what? As far as the Chilwell thing is concerned, I guess the fact that we're not paying all of his wages, he's not going to be the highest earner at the club. If he is fit, let's be honest, he's one of England's best left backs, to be fair. So I think that is actually pretty decent competition. Yes, it does frustrate me. It's a Chelsea thing. Yes, it does frustrate me. It's going to be a loan. I just don't want to be in another situation where we end up loving him and then we send him back to Chelsea and we get done over again. But that just seems to be the whole toxic X thing going on. It seems that the club were trying to make waves because we obviously were linked with a centre-back, the one from AC Milan, and then that never went through. The guy from Porto rejected us as well. There's still time for a potential few surprises that potentially may come out, but I am not getting my hopes up. I'm just going with the flow and just seeing what happens. If we at least get the left-back, that's what the manager wanted at least. So if we get another centre-back, I think that'll be a bonus.
Do we think it's enough, though? Let's start off with Ben Chilwell. Do you think it's good enough, T? In terms of the wing-back option that we've needed and Ben Chilwell coming through the door. I mean, he hasn't been announced yet, of course. As I said, we'll be here. So
right. All of this is what we expect will happen. I mean, in terms of immediate need, and specifically to left back, yes, it will be enough because right now the thing that we want more than anything else is cover / competition. And will Ben Chilwell give that to us if he's healthy? Yes, he will. So I think in the short term, it does give us what we're needing in the moment. I think the thing that is a little bit frustrating about all of this is that we're going to find ourselves in the exact same situation that we were in last summer, this summer. Us wanting to have this situation solved long term and not stopgap. And I don't know. I get it. Business is business, and things happen. Things fall through. I guess as a fan, as an onlooker, you just want to see the business be conducted at a higher level, a better level, to where your needs are being met sooner and more efficiently than having to always wait until this last minute on deadline day. I mean, for a club that's been in the Premier League for now 11 years straight, I really wish that we still weren't a deadline day club. Like, I don't like that identity for us even still.
I agree with you. I've been saying that as well. In terms of what Glazer said and how we're even doing the show, talking about players leaving, players coming, for me, it's not good enough in that regards. I know, Lou, you think differently, all jokes aside. Well, I don't know. You can speak for yourself, but I know you think differently in terms of like business and let's just get it done. The timings is not always in our favor. But for me, I think the reason why Ben Chilwell is most likely to join us in the first place is because of our mistakes. I mean, they ended up selling 2 players. I think one of them to Tottenham, one of them to Norwich. Am I right in saying that, T or Lou or anyone?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
they saw 2 players, and that means Tottenham and I think it was Norwich jumped the gun a bit earlier, and now they don't need to sell Diouf. So it comes to us for us to be in this position in the first place. Maybe we didn't expect those 2 players to leave in Prague, and maybe we expected to have a higher bargaining power. But for me, how I see it is simple. We've clearly got money to spend in this window. We definitely have more than £15 million to spend in this window. But we don't want to spend the 20 to 25 million pounds, which will be over the odds, which I understand. Like, it's not, you will be paying more than you should, because at the end of the day, with all due respect, he's playing in Prague. He's still very young. And he hasn't proven himself at the top level despite him playing European competitions. However, my perspective on the whole situation with the left wing back is that sometimes you might need to pay over the odds if it's your mistake. The reason why Palace is in this position in the first place and why Prague has the upper hand is because we didn't want to pay up earlier on. So now, of course, they're going to demand more, and we would demand more. Everyone would demand more. It's simple business. You know that you're desperate. You know that you need a wing back. So pay up or go home. And Prague has basically said that to Palace, and we're going home instead and choosing a cheaper option with Ben Chilwell. Now, on Ben Chilwell, I don't think he's a bad player. I think a lot of things need to go our way. I will back him. I just hope that he remains fit. He's better to have at the club than no one. But for me, as everyone is basically agreeing, is a short-term fix. And even if he does well in the summer, can we even sign him on a permanent deal? I'm not too sure with his wages. Even if we want to sign him, will Chelsea try to fleece us? That could be another thing, because us doing business with Chelsea, we've never come out at the better end of things after the move has ended. Look at Gallagher, look at Loftus-Cheek. All of these moves have benefited Chelsea Football Club. So this is, to me, in my head, a simple short-term fix. But I think we still had the opportunity to sign Diouf, but we went with a cheaper option because of our mistakes in the first place. But what's your thoughts on that, Lou? That's what I think right now about the situation.
Yeah, well, what can you say? I don't agree with paying 25 million or even 20 million for a left wing back that is 19 in the Czech league. He's not worth 20 million pounds. What do you know about Diouf yourself?
No. How
many games have you watched?
I'm not saying.
I don't think. I've repeatedly said I do not agree with how our recruitment is done. Like, I've said, we need backup right wing back. We need backup left wing back. What did the manager ask for at the start of the window?
2 players, a number 10, and then a left wing back. Basically,
What did Glasner ask for?
2 players.
What's he got?
He's got one player right now, but it's
one in a possible, like you're playing spades.
Yeah, but then what Glazer demanded before the window, that was considering Chalobah, who was still at the football club. Of course, him leaving, he basically mentioned that it would be nice to have 2 more before the United game, but we need to get one more. We need to get one more, and that one more is the left wing back position. Because once again, I said it earlier on today, I know we've been linked with a few centre backs, but let's be real, we're not signing a centre back. Like, we're just not going to sign. If we're not going to pay over the odds for Diouf, we're not going to sign a centre back. It's just not going to happen. I'll be shocked. Let's see if a new centre back.
We're swaying from the point. What was my point?
Your point was about Diouf. He's not worth 25 million.
And I said, how many did Glasner ask for, and what did he ask for?
2. Left wing back. Right now, he's got 1. He's got a number 10.
Well, we know we got Chilwell as well.
Well, he hasn't been announced, but yeah.
If Chilwell can stay fit, for me, it's a good window, and it's what he asked for. If he can't stay fit, then it's another mess up. That's plain and simple what it is to me.
But does that not also fall on us in terms of the quality?
Well, of course, any decision that the club makes falls on us.
No, because it depends on even the number 10. With the number 10 option, we're happy because he's young, he's exciting. But with the left wing back position, don't you think we could have done a bit better than Ben Chilwell?
But how many? Yeah, but there's January is overpriced. Clubs know what you need. It's harder to get players in for the right price. So. Yeah, I think if Chilwell, it's not only Chilwell coming in, it's improving Mitchell's game. Yeah. Chilwell, just having someone behind Mitchell pushing him will make him better as well. Listen, if he stays fit, I have no complaints. I just watched Palace win 2-0 at United. 8 games unbeaten away from home. He's got what he asked for. I think every Palace fan has a right to have a moan if they want to have a moan. I'm not really in that category, but yeah, that's what it is.
For me, it's not even about a moan. It's just about what the situation is. We're in this position because of us more than forget about.
But what's the position?
The position is that now they're demanding a higher fee for Diouf because we didn't want to sign him earlier on in the window, and now they don't really need the money.
But so just not even forcing to move himself.
Yeah, but then that is not a good indicator of a player. Forcing a move is not a good indicator that, he should be joining Palace. I don't think Palace are expecting him to force a move. I mean, Munoz did, but it doesn't mean everything. And how do we know this move? How do we know?
On this one, Looney, I understand he's got. Listen, I think people forget what I say. I've repeatedly said I didn't want the Chilwell deal to happen, but Glasner if Glasner's happy with it, then who am I to not be? Like, why should I really? I don't really care. Unless if Glasner's happy with, even when we're doing the live watch along, everyone in the chat, they say Glasner should do this sub, SA should come on, this sub. But you all get it wrong in the end. I'm gonna trust the manager.
No, not everyone gets it wrong because
majority of people, everyone has their opinion on football and whatnot. But to me, if I've got a capable manager and a capable sporting director who I trust, not so much Parish, because, there's questionable ways of how he runs the club, but I trust Glasner. And if Glasner's happy with what's been brought in and what he's got, then I'm just not in that category of moaning about it.
Yeah. No, yeah. I know what
but I'm still saying I'm not happy with the Chilwell transfer. Repeatedly, I've already said T finds more players than our scouting squad. I say it all the time. I say there's so many left. Why are we even focusing on Diouf? There's not hundreds of left wing backs across Europe. Why? We could have gone for anyone. It's not just Diouf or Chilwell, is it?
Yeah, but with the left wing back option, as we said, we could have gone for a different option. But for me, I just want to reiterate, I'm not totally against the Ben Chilwell move. I just think it's a cop-out and a cheaper option, and it's an easy option to get at this stage of the window. So that's why I am a bit more I don't maybe sound like I'm moaning, but I'm just frustrated because you just feel like the same old Palace. I mean, I feel like we could have shown a bit more ambition in this window, and the reason why we didn't get a primary target is it's on. But yeah, let's move
AJ and T. Do you think? I know we talk about comparing to other clubs, but how many other clubs got their preferred targets this January? in the Premier League.
You always do this, Lou. How would Adrian T know?
I'm asking them and bringing them into the conversation.
No, but like
I'll let you start, AJ, because you ain't said much yet. So I'm gonna let
yeah. But like just quickly, disclaimer. You know when you ask questions like that, let me twist it back on you. How many clubs have got it then? You can't put a number down. You can't.
Okay, we can go from top to bottom. Liverpool signed no one. Arsenal, no striker.
Liverpool didn't want to sign anyone. They basically said we're waiting for the summer.
Okay.
So like you can't include Liverpool.
So you don't think Liverpool fans will be like, we need to sign a couple players if we want to win the double?
I don't know. I'm not a Liverpool fan.
There you go, Liverpool.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's
next
in the league.
Listen, I'm gonna answer your question, right? But the only thing is, this is where I slightly agree with D more. I'm not fussed about what other clubs are doing. I'm focused on what Crystal Palace are doing, and I think the only headache I've got about this window, the only one that really is irking me a bit, is the fact that we never got another centre back because of the fact that we lost Chalobah. Granted, the timing, the negotiations of trying to get a centre back. We know we've tried to go for one. We know we tried to get one, but that's the only sort of hole I think is going to come back to potentially bite us later on, especially with the Riyadh injury as well, or the Riyadh fitness issue that is blatantly there. I agree with where you're coming from because obviously there is a comparison argument there, but at the same time, people ain't watching the stream to talk about Arsenal. People ain't watching the stream to talk about Liverpool.
I understand. I understand.
So that's where I kind of agree with you, because it's like, well, actually, I'm not really fussed about what the other clubs are doing because I'm not. My concerns are about what's going on with the Crystal Palace team and what's going on with the starting 11. Where I kind of bring it back is if the manager has turned around and said, you know what, those are the only two players I need, whoever they are, then all right, cool, that's fine. I'll happily just chill and let him do what he needs to do. But I just have an underlying concern that I think we've just been left a little bit light in terms of the centre-back department, because I'm just not, Richards, Gay and Lacroix, based on the formation that we play, if any of those players fall injured, Riyadh, we don't know if he's going to be available. Rob Holding has just gone through the door. Lerma, as much as he's competent, he's not a centre-back by trade and may potentially be needed up the pitch rather than in the defensive mode. What options do we have after that? Klein and Ward. It's not doing it for me. And if we are serious about being ambitious and matching the manager's ambition, then at the same time, we've got to kind of show him some ambition on his end as well. That's just what my core argument is on that.
But I'm not disagreeing with anything you lot are saying. I agree. I've been saying we need to have backup and depth. I'm just saying, don't take it. It's hard for me to explain because it sounds like I'm back.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But you have to remember a particular point. When you compare us to other clubs in this window, you look at their summer window and you look at our summer window. It's very hard. It's like context matters. The reason why we're here right now talking about left wing back is because we didn't do this in the summer. Yeah, we didn't.
I said it was wrong. I said it was wrong.
Exactly. And we all agree it was wrong. But then we're here on deadline day and we're talking about Ben Chilwell. For me, that's not good enough when you compare. Maybe look.
I said that. I agreed. I don't see the argument here.
No. But what I'm saying is when you compare other clubs in terms of what they're doing this window, they might have already done their business in the summer. So it's hard to compare, hard to say, look, Fulham haven't signed this player or they haven't signed this many players. So why should we, it's a hard, you can't compare Palace to other clubs because the context matters. Brentford might have signed their players in the summer. We can look through it. Maybe they don't need players like that. Maybe they only need.
They didn't because they had two fullbacks that were both injured and they didn't bring anyone in
I'm just using it as an example. I'm not talking specifically about Brentford, but I'm saying maybe Leicester doesn't need to sign players right now. I'm not saying they don't, but maybe they don't because they felt like they signed the players in the summer and they're all fine. However, we left the summer window with Glasgow talking about it and not being happy. And one position in particular that we needed to sign is left wing back. So even though was coming in and Ben Chilwell, I don't think, by the way, I have to keep saying this, I don't think Ben Chilwell is an awful player. But for me, it's not good enough by the football club for us to ignore this position in the summer and then come to deadline day and Ben Chilwell is the answer. It just doesn't look serious. It doesn't look serious. And that is the reason why I don't like the comparisons between us and a few other clubs and their businesses, because I know how Palace operate. I watch Palace. I focus on Palace. I don't focus on other football clubs. Even Arsenal, for example, we can talk about it. We can say, oh, they need a striker, but I don't know exactly how they operate. Like I don't care about Arsenal. I care about Palace. In our situation, first of all, as I said it, not a wing back, because that's harsh to say, but we didn't sign a fullback as Tyrick Mitchell's backup for 4 or 5 years. And then we went in the summer window knowing that we needed a backup left wing back, despite Mitchell's performances, because we only have one option there. We didn't do it, and here we are on the 3rd of Feb, right before the window's about to shut, and we're talking about Ben Chilwell coming in. Now, I don't want to sound spoiled, because Ben Chilwell is not an awful player, but as I said, a lot of things need to go for us. But if you look at overall, I don't know how people can say that's excellent from the football club. That's good. That's exactly.
No one said it was excellent.
But like I care about ambition. It's not showing me ambition in terms of that, because it's short.
Okay, at what point do we move on from it then? At what point do we move on from when the window shuts? Then what?
When the window shuts, we back Ben Chilwell. Of course, we have to back.
Yeah, but that's it. Mockbell's already said no more signings. That's it.
Yeah, it's a lazy cop out from the football club. But anyways, let's move on to other players, because Ben Chilwell, when he's announced, I'm pretty sure we'll talk about him and get involved in the chat as well. Jeffrey Schlupp, you could be leaving. We got to hear we go from Fabrizio Romano that he will be joining Celtic on a loan option with no option to buy, which, I mean, his contract ends in the summer.
Yeah,
so
no reason to get it, yeah.
Exactly. I don't know why I included that in the article. But it's the end of an era. 8 years at the club T. Jeffrey Schlupp, he's had some good moments. Do you think it's the right time to move on now?
Oh, for sure. I mean, if I'm being quite candid, I would have thought that this past summer would have been the time to move on personally. But I think from a club standpoint, there were certain reasons to keep him around, with things like the injuries to a guy like França persisting on. But I think it's the right move for him. I mean, he's going to get the opportunity to probably see more of the field and get a chance to possibly be playing in the Champions League. So, no, I think it's the right move. I mean, it helps us with getting some wages off the wage bill. But and then hopefully at this point you'll see somebody like França stay healthy. I think that's a big thing for us right now, is having the right guys that can step in for who he's been to us over the past few years.
Yeah, and I think that is the idea behind it, and it makes sense, because when França is fit, and hopefully he stays fit, I think he will do, the way that we've been treating him and taking our time with him, is that França will be on the bench ahead of Jeffrey Schlupp, which I think is a positive move, is a move that's needed. So for me, it makes sense. But for you, Lou, Schlupp, end of an era, but it needed to happen. Maybe there's a few other players in the summer that we need to look at and say, are these players good enough to come off the bench for a club that's trying to fight for, top 10? I think Schlupp is one of them, with all due respect. He had, when he first came in, remember, he came in same window as Patrick Van Aanholt.
And Milivojevic.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he helped us under Big Sam to stay up. But as times have gone by, I mean, to sum up how he is right now, he came on against Aston Villa and he got subbed off in the same game. So like he's not fit enough for the Premier League, and Glasner never rated him. But for you, it's a good time.
He's obviously just been sent out on loan to cover Chilwell's wages.
See, that's an interesting
between him and Rob Holding, for sure.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the money side of things, if you deep it, if Rob Holding is leaving, which I'll get back to that, because he looks like he's going to be joining Sheffield United, and then you got Jeffrey Schlupp also leaving, that Chilwell wages, it seems like he's getting covered. Like a good chunk.
More than just Holding.
I feel like Holding might be close.
Holding and Schlupp is over 100K off the wage bill.
Yeah, because I feel like Holding by himself, coming over from Arsenal with his wage expectations, he might have been close to what the half of what Chilwell is. We got to pay for Chilwell, and also Chilwell. The reports are suggesting, I'll get out of the article and the source, is that we're paying around £70,000 plus image rights. I don't know exactly how much that's going to be in total.
70K a week.
Yeah, there might be like a loan fee as well, but
no loan fee.
if there's no loan fee, we've got money. We just decided not to spend it on a left wing back, which is funny to me.
We're being very frugal with
That's what I'm saying. And why are we being frugal with a manager like Oliver Glasner? Like, this is the time to pay with it all. That's my whole point about the situation. That's my time. Of course, it's not my money. I'm not in the football business. But if you're going to pay £6 million above a valuation or £7 million above your valuation for a player and take the risk, this is the time. Because first of all, we have to prove to Glasner that, you know, we are that ambitious football club that he can still stay at, because his contract is going to run out at the end of next summer. And two, it's a good opportunity for us at this point, AJ, to kick on for the rest of the season. But anyways, let's not get back into that debate. For you,
but first of all, there's no debate. Everyone knows it's the obvious.
No, but you don't really agree.
No, but you're not actually listening to what I'm saying.
I am.
At what point, how many times have I said it over and over again that Chilwell is not a great signing? We need to get reinforcements quicker. We need to have contingency plans. I just said there's no point going over it and over it and over it and over it again if that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah. But I was just using it as an example. When we're speaking about Jeffrey Schlupp and also Rob Holding, I'm just using it as like an example of, hold up, wait a minute, their wages is most likely going to cover Ben Chilwell's wages. So how much money have they really spent? So we should have money left over.
They was wasted money in the first place, just sitting there.
AJ, your thoughts on Schlupp? He hasn't been confirmed yet, but Fab said, here we go on loan. So
when the news came out, I was fighting back tears and battling with my emotions, of such a club legend. I mean, words cannot define what Jeffrey Schlupp means to me.
You're just mocking it. He's not that bad of a player. That's just disrespectful for no reason.
However, in all fairness, all fun and joke aside, he's had his moments. He's had his odd little goal and stuff like that. He's been a useful player. Let's not, get all cute about it. But I just feel like, realistically, he stayed too long. That's the problem that we have, or I had with him, to be fair. I felt like we kept him a little bit too long. And it came to the point where he naturally became a scapegoat for the team in certain situations over this last couple of seasons. But I'm glad that, everyone's sort of seen the writing on the wall, and he might get a really good ending here because he seems like he's keen on the move. And I think it kind of works for us because, like we've obviously mentioned already, it clears a lot of wages, because I can't imagine him being on anything less than 50, 40K a week, to be fair. And then obviously if you add the holding element to that as well, that will cover Chilwell's wages, plus save a little bit more in the coin potentially for the summer.
There's an update, by the way, on Ben Chilwell. This is from Sammy Mockbell from the Daily Mail, saying that Crystal Palace are completing the final paperwork ahead of confirming Ben Chilwell's loan move from Chelsea. Straight loan with no option to buy or obligation to buy. No other incomings expected at Selhurst Park tonight. So interesting. But yeah, we're completing the final paperwork. But yeah, on Jeffrey Schlupp, I mean, best of luck to him. He's got 6 months to prove it for contract. And Celtic are a big club. So it's not like he's going to, he's dropping down a lot of levels. He's going to be playing in the Champions League, which is an upgrade on Palace.
My man's getting a transfer and getting Europe.
He'll play against Elise.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be facing Elise. So that's like a positive move for him.
And another championship medal.
Yeah. Apparently, Jaden Raymond, where's it gone? I'm going to find it, but he's moved on loan as well. What else is there? Let me see. So Pavlovic, from AC Milan. There was a report earlier on today that AC Milan have turned down the inquiry from Crystal Palace for the centre back. The deal is off as it stands, and that's not going to go ahead. But apparently, they wanted around £30 million. Which Palace were not going to pay, so I don't really understand the point of it. But that got shut down real quick. Then we got Teo. Teo's, according to Alan Nixon, he's joining Bradford City on loan. And I know we were laughing about it, saying that he could be an option at left wing back, but it's a big move for Teo, because the last two loan moves, it hasn't really worked out in his favour. The Stockport one and the Coventry one, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, Teo is getting close to Malcolm Ebue levels of failed transfers. So I just want to go and see. I just want to see him go somewhere and play like consistently over a period of time. He's either been from injuries or been from just like being out of favor that you just don't get to see him play anywhere that he's been. You know, I mean, unfortunately. So it's like, you know, we had a lot of hope for him, you know, in the last 1 to 2 years about him, you know, having some success and things. And every time he's gone out alone, it hasn't worked out for him. So.
Yeah, it hasn't worked out for him. Also, another update from today, and then we'll just talk about what the chat is saying. Is Mark Gahey. I don't know if you lot saw it, but it was around in the afternoon time in the UK. Is that you know, there was an offer apparently from Spurs in the last minute of around £70 million, but it seems like £50 million up front with 20 million in add-ons, which of course got rejected by Palace. Are you not surprised? I mean, we're never going to sell Mark Gahey at this point. I don't even know why they tried it. It just seems like a PR move from Spurs to say, oh, look, we tried to sign a centre-back, because we're not selling him. Like, there's no way we sell him at this point of the window. And yeah, I guess the interesting debate that we could have, because it's going to be a long show, is how much could Mark Gahey go for in the summer if he doesn't sign a new deal? Because we had our...
Put it in the chat what you think.
Yeah.
How much do you think Gahey goes for, and where do you? How much do you think he goes for, and where does he go?
Oh, apparently we are stupid for not selling Gahey. So some people might have wanted him to go for that.
Dude, if we sold Gahey right now at the second to last, the last day of the window, do you realize that Nathaniel Klein would be starting for us at our back three? And there's really, like, do y'all understand our front office and how they go about doing business? Do you honestly think if we like, what are you thinking? Do you think that we can honestly make a deal for Mark Gahey and then turn around and make another deal that quickly? It's not happening.
You know, I'm laughing because when you look at the left wing back, yeah, AJ, you can jump in a sec. You know, when you look at the left wing back situation, it's taken us how many years, and we're signing Ben Chilwell. I don't want to go back to it, but like, what makes you think in 12 hours we're going to find a centre back replacement for Mark Gahey, complete the medical, complete everything, and
this is not FIFA. This is not
exactly. And sometimes Lou needs to know that we're not playing FIFA. AJ, go ahead.
Wow, I just think my man got you got to take shots.
It's got to be some kind of stupid ploy, to be fair, like typical Tottenham tactics, because there ain't no way there would have been not been a riot at Selhurst Park, or we would have went Soho to go find Parish's offices, to be fair, because unless they put down astronomical money, there is no logic whatsoever to go ahead and even entertain talking to Tottenham. I don't know what they were on, to be fair. It was just a waste of time all around.
I'm glad that guy just got cooked in the comments, because that was the dumbest comment I've seen today.
I'm sorry, that was foolishness, bro. And then be the same fan that would then complain about us not using the money in the window quick enough to buy someone else. Like,
what else was there from today? Well, we can get into that later on. In terms of how much Gahey is worth. But
D's trying to get cheap shots because he knows that he can't. He gets cooked in the group chat. Trying to get cheap shots.
Get cooked in the group chat. It's you and Patrick delusions.
Bro, you guys, behind closed door, D actually thinks he's playing Football Manager. Like, he genuinely thinks he could be a director of football. You can't even.
Everything is fine. You just think, oh look, you see.
D can't even organize a gym routine. Let alone.
Oh yeah, that's why I was at the gym. Today. That's why I had my workout. Yeah, I'm at the gym. I've had my protein.
He's nibbling. He's biting now. Look.
No. But no, because you and Patrick are like proper like unk status. Like the way you think, like you just think nothing we do is wrong.
Youngest boss man, 9 years old.
No. We just talk. We talk about the game. We talk about the players, and you're like, no, it's fine. It's always fine. Like, it's not always fine. It's fine to say it's not fine. But you and Patrick just somehow always.
But guy, you know, he's got a dent in the side of that wardrobe where he hits his head from frustration. Guy, I'm telling you, the side of that wardrobe has got a big dent in it.
Nah, you just think everything is fine. Like, oh, we're signing Ben Chilwell. That's fine. Oh, we didn't get up here. That's fine. It's fine. It's always fine. Like, the place will be
You
fine.
know why it's fine? Because we got the Oracle, the chosen one. Lissalad Galib. Adam Wharton.
Who's the chosen one?
Adam Wharton.
Oh, yeah, but you can't just say everything's fine because Adam Wharton's back. You acting like this guy's a centre-back striker and a left winger at the same time.
Listen, put him anywhere, he'll do a job.
Well, I know. He's a baller.
Left centre-back, right? Twisted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Twisted. You're right, man. Twisted. You're right. He's too easy to please. Like, his standards are just
Twisted. I'm gonna need you to post a picture of yourself online because I need to put a face to the nonsense.
It's Steve Burner, man. I've told you, it's Steve Burner.
No, it's fine. Unfortunately, we have to deal with loose delusions at times, but it's fine.
We actually called D deluded D.
Like, I've got you a present. I've got you a present. We're gonna go through this book with you.
I sent that to him on Amazon.
No, you didn't.
I sent that to him on Amazon.
Program, right? Just for people watching this program, I go to work. I leave work. There are 239 messages of Lou and D just going at each other all day, and I'm just like scrolling through, and then eventually I get to like the first 20 or 30 messages, and I'm like, now I'm out.
I've got this book. I've got this book for Lou.
I recommended it to D because he don't know nothing.
No, you didn't. I've literally got this as a gift. And we're gonna work through it. We're gonna work through it together. Because trust me, how to watch football. You need to learn a thing or two. There's 52 tips there,
guys. He even said he supports Fenerbahce over Palace. Like, I don't even know why he's even here. When does the Turkish deadline end?
No, I don't. Patrick, where on earth did you appear from? It's like as soon as Lou's under pressure, you just appear. You're like this in a WhatsApp chat.
You tried to cook me, man. I heard what you were saying. No. That wasn't gonna happen. I heard you trying to cook me, man. No. That wasn't gonna happen.
Patrick, come sort him out, mate. Come sort him out.
Yeah, I heard you, bro. I'm listening to this. I'm taking a nap, listening to stream, and you're like, you're killing my name, bro. I can't get up.
Put some respect on my name.
Thank you, exactly.
Pat came on like Birdman.
You know what I mean? Exactly, man.
You just came on nowhere.
You're violating, dude. You're violating, bro. You're violating. That's not right.
Yeah.
Patrick, because he doesn't have to sit next to you on match days. That's why that he can talk that smack because he don't have to face you on match days when you come over.
And the thing is, D see me at match day, and I am the uncalmest person going.
You're the calmest person going.
No, the uncalmest, the least calmest.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It doesn't add up. I'm trying to add one.
That's why I let my emotions out in the stadia. Yeah,
in the stadia. And then outside of it, you think everything. You think the sky is blue, the sun is shining, everything.
It's zen.
Yeah, that's you. That's you. The Harlem celebration is you. You literally do that in the WhatsApp group chat. Anyways, where was we? How did we get here?
We got 3 hours. we got to fill it in with something.
We're talking about football, and then we got here with you.
Okay, does Chilwell play against Doncaster?
No, we'll get into that. That's for later. Like, if we're gonna use this conversation now, when it comes at 10 p.m. when it's announced, we're gonna have literally nothing to talk about. We'll get into that.
Jaden Raymond. Raymond. Talking about right.
You reckon they've got to hug it out? I thought they went to hug it out.
Go ahead. You say you're that. Yeah. Jaden Raymond. There. Let's talk
Didn't he go Queen's Park?
Yeah.
He's gone. Where's he gone? He's gone to. Where's he gone? QPR.
Queen's Park. Scottish Championship.
Not the QPR, no.
Didn't someone else go there as well?
No.
Yeah, because
maybe
we were
Bolton a couple of years ago.
No, we were talking about in the group chat, and we're saying it's better than it's like championship level.
No, we were no. If you want to really go there with the conversation, it was me, you, and AJ talking about how Rangers and Celtic could not play in the Premier League.
No, there was another one. Let me find.
Yeah. AJ does not rate the Scottish Premier League versus so he doesn't rate them.
But the Scottish Premier League,
how big Rangers and Celtic are in the world. But that's
anyone who's in Scotland watching this,
listen.
It's not the highest.
Celtic and Rangers are good at their level.
Okay.
But I'm listen. I'm not even getting into this.
If Celtic and Rangers win the Prem, where would they finish?
In the middle.
Higher than Fenerbahce.
Where Palace finish.
Yeah, great one, AJ.
Yeah,
Yeah, because Fenerbahce 100% plays in the English Premier League. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, nice one. Of course, they'll finish. Yeah, they'll finish. They'll finish above Fenerbahce. Yeah, the Fenerbahce who is 15th in English Premier League. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
By the way, in the group chat, D was that football club was getting cooked as well.
Yeah,
Just want to put that out there as well, since we're just throwing out disrespect.
throw everything out there. But Patrick, whilst you're here, just quickly get your thoughts on everything that's happening. Ben Chilwell, Jeffrey Schlupp. Are you happy with how the day's going so far? No one's actually been announced yet. We've had the here we goes. We've had the paperwork's been completed, but of course, this is Palace. I think it will be announced, but we'll wait for it to be announced. How are you feeling?
I'm happy for Schlupp. He got a chance to play. He hasn't played obviously this season that much, so get a chance to play in Celtic. I mean, again, Champions League football for a player who's won the league with Leicester and not playing is great for him. So happy for him. He's been a great servant for us for 8 years. So I got no problem with that. So good for him. And with the Chilwell, I talked about Chilwell. I'm not happy with the move, but I understand what we're doing. Again, if you know the background, we weren't going to get Diouf because they were asking for 25 million. You can't pay that much money for a 19-year-old left wing back.
You can.
Unproven. No. Okay. You asked my opinion and you cut me off. Can I talk? You cut off Lou. I heard you cut through like 5 times before. Can I talk, please?
His word counts off the chart.
Uncle Patrick, tell them.
No. And again, it's just my opinion. All right. I've never heard of the kid before we were linked with him. Never heard of him, right? I never heard of the player. It's not like I've heard of him and then I watched him play. He's got a lot of potential, but he's 19 in a C league at best in the Czechia league. That league is not a highly rated league. He played in Europe. They were terrible in the Europa League. Awful. They hardly won a match. He's got potential. You cannot tell me that paying 25 million for an unproven player makes sense. You can't tell me it makes sense. And again, that's not how Palace move. If he was a little bit older, I could maybe understand in a better league, maybe playing in Belgium like Munoz did, or France or Italy. But in the Czech league for a Senegalese kid, it doesn't make sense. So I understand where that's coming from. Now, should we have gotten other targets? Absolutely. To have him as our main target made no sense. Now we left with Chilwell. Am I happy with it? No. But he's a very competent player if he is fit. Wages, don't care about. It's not my money. Again, we got rid of Holding and Schlupp. That'll pay for him. That's fine. It's only a loan. No obligation to buy. He won't be back here next season anyway. And hopefully in the summer, we'll address the left wing back because it has to get done.
Yeah.
That's where I am. I
agree. It needs to get done. Yeah. I'm not going to get into the debate, but it's like.
But we're all on the same page. How is it a debate?
No. If the fact that it's gone down to the summer again. But yeah. It should have been done in this window, in my opinion. But yeah, it's better than nothing. What's T doing?
Yeah,
hands?
Yeah, it should have been done this, but it hasn't been. So
yeah, I know.
But this has got. When was the last time we had 30 points at this time of the season? Apart from when we went on that run with Pardew when we lost and drew every single game.
It's been a while.
I don't think we've been in a position where it's January and there's no threat of relegation whatsoever.
Nah, we have been in positions.
When?
I'm pretty sure under Vieira. His first season, no?
Vieira the first season, yeah, for sure.
But even apart from Vieira the first season.
That season, but definitely.
What was it like under Hodgson in Jan? Was it bad? Was it bad in Jan? Or?
Under Hodgson, we'd get results, but we'd go on horrible runs where we would lose 4 or 5 games in a row. There was always a threat, or we could get dragged into it. This season, we're going into February, and there's not 1 ounce of relegation talk. We're closer to Champions League than we are relegation.
Yeah, I know. We're only 11 points from 4th, which is crazy.
As much as I don't think this is a great window, it has a potential to be a good season.
Yeah, it does. Especially if Ben Chilwell plays at the levels that he could. But even talking about Chilwell, actually, let me hold it for when he's announced, because it'll be interesting to see how much we think he'll play ahead of Mitchell. Because I don't think it's like a given that Chilwell comes through the door and starts every single game. So that'll be an interesting debate. But what about the centre back options? It seems like we won't be signing another centre back. I guess we got Klein and Lerma there, but for me, Klein and Lerma.
Also, Mitchell and Chilwell can play left centre back.
Yeah.
I personally think I think Mitchell's much more suited to being a left centre back than Chilwell is.
I haven't flip-flopped. How about flip-flop?
Can we address his comment first before we move on?
Yeah, I don't understand how I flip-flopped. I haven't flip-flopped. I've literally been saying this. I just hold the club to the account. If we need to sign a left wing back in the summer,
but who are you to hold them accountable? That's the thing.
I'm not saying about.
But that's what we're saying. We all agree with you, but us holding.
Yeah, but I voice it. You're just fine with it. That's fine.
No, I'm saying what we say isn't going to change how the financial.
The thing that I don't understand is if you agree with me, why do you debate it with me?
That's because you say it every time.
Yeah, because we're talking about left wing back. We're talking about Ben Chilwell.
But so we agree. We can agree to say that how the club is run is not to all of our standards.
Yeah, but how does that make me flip flop? When have I flip flop?
I never said you flip flopped. He said you flip flop.
Yeah, I don't flip flop. I've literally held my opinion to this regard. Like we should.
If anything, you're relentless over something you can't change.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even flip flop. I'm the opposite of flip flop. I stick by what I think. And
yeah, call him out. Tell him.
Yeah, I stick by what I think.
D, your question about the centre back. My only issue with that is that it's something we had very little control over, because again, beginning of the window, Chelsea we called Chalobah. We had no control over that. That you could tell we didn't have control, because when the way Glasner spoke, Glasner acted like he had no idea what was going on, and he didn't with the callback option. Then Chatty Riyad comes back fit, and then he gets injured, right, a week ago. So we thought we had the replacement for Chalobah in Riyad, and he gets injured. So I'm not going to kill the club for not getting a centre back in this window, because you're good again. Like Lou and I and T always says, you're going to pay over the odds when the club knows you need a position player and you're desperate, like Spurs are with Gahey. You're going to pay over the odds, or you're going to at least ask to pay over the odds. You know what I mean?
And that was the move that they made. That was a desperation move by Tottenham.
100% it was.
To sort well. The context is very difficult, so I can't even like be mad about it.
Right.
You know,
it is
because it's like it's Chalobah left. I don't think we'll plan for another centre back coming into this window. So I can't be mad about the centre back as much as for the left wing back, because that's the whole.
But what I do like is that we seem to have identified at least 3 or 4, 5 good prospects. Jallo being one we've looked at for a while, for instance. So at least in the summer, you'd hope that, like Riyad, we get that player in early in the summer. Because chances are he's going to be gone. We probably end up bringing 2 centre backs. So if we can do that, that's fine. But again, I can't get mad at a centre back in this window, because that was just a perfect storm of bad luck with us with Chalobah and Riyad. So again, we do have. I know people don't like it, but we do have in an emergency Lerma and Klein. It's not ideal. I get that, and I know Richards will get injured, because he always does. I love Chris Richards, you know that, but he always gets injured, so that's going to happen. But we have 14 league games and hopefully 3 or 4 cup games. It's not like we have 30 games left in the season. Hopefully we can get through the season and then we go again.
Question. Is Mofi Jimade hurt long term?
What was that?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Is Mofi Jimade hurt?
Yeah, you know what? And I thought about him too. Yeah, he's injured. He got a bad injury. They don't disclose academy injuries, but right. I heard he's out for the season. So
I was about to say he would be a nice one to step in and
would have been perfect. He was on the preseason tour. He's a good player. He's quick. He's young. Would have been great to get him some minutes this year, but yeah, he's injured.
And he's left-footed too.
I'm telling you, he's perfect because he's injured. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yep.
I don't even know that Glasner lives in a hotel. I don't know how you know that, Nicholas. Is Glasner still living in a hotel in Greenwich? If he's on this kind of commitment.
Talk much, Nicholas.
Whoever said that needs to touch grass immediately.
Maybe touch grass.
But I haven't seen that.
Touch the grass outside that man's apartment.
To be fair, other managers do that as well. Mourinho at Fenerbahce, he's living in a hotel. I remember Mourinho at Man United, he lived in a hotel as well. I think it's easier for them.
You ain't got to worry about cutting no grass or nothing like that.
They're not in a single room in the travel lodge, mate. They're sitting in a
room doesn't look like this. It's not a room like this.
Like they ain't living in nothing regular.
You got to make sure possible. What's this? Mateta no new contract. I think we need to look into it after this window.
Yeah, but I mean, he's also still under contract till 2027.
Apparently, he said it when he joined. Fair enough. We must have missed that. But yeah, he's under contract till 2027. But when you look at what he's doing, should he not be?
I mean, I do think he's deserving of it. Don't get me wrong. I do think he's deserving of it, but it's not something I would be super worried about right now. That's all I'm saying.
It's not about being worried about.
Way worse stuff to worry about than that.
But you know what I'm thinking about, which may stop the contract talks, or it might make it a struggle. A release clause. That's what I'm worried about in his new.
It's going to be a sticking point. That's going to be.
He don't have the negotiating power to get a release clause.
He definitely does. Why?
He doesn't. Because he's 27 and he's contracted till he's 30 years old.
Yeah, but then if he wants a release clause, if he wants a new deal,
well, the thing is,
but then he'll stay on low money until he's 30, where he's at his absolute peak right now. And the reason why he's performing like this is because he wants to go to the 2026 World Cup with France as well. That's his goal.
Yeah, I'm just a bit worried about
on his way.
France have lost Giroud. Mbappe plays on the left. They've got Kolo Muani stinks. There is an opening for him, and he's on the French side from the Olympics. He's got everything going for him. If he gets 20 goals this season and then another 10, 15 next season, he has to go on the plane to the World Cup.
First of all, don't sit here and disrespect Mr. Odson Edward for the opportunity to be on the plane. All right.
He needs to. Where's he from originally? What country? What colony is he from? Because he needs to go to that team, not France.
Facts. Facts. I think he's Ivorian. He might be.
He might not even get in that team.
Oh no, he might not.
But yeah. With Mateta, I guess the contract situation, we can talk about it after this window shuts. But I think he deserves a new deal. He does deserve a new deal, based on his performances,
or at least some type of kicker within it. Maybe
I'll
money.
I'll give him 50 bags. I'll give him 35 bags of goal.
I don't. Well, they do have bonuses in their clauses, anyways. So I don't know.
Yes, I think it's
make it incentive heavy.
Some more money.
We got a financial expert. £35,000 a goal. Why £35,000? Huh?
It's a ballpark number.
Yeah, do you know the
man? You give him 35,000 a goal. That's a bullet for us that we take it because that man is scoring goals.
This week, exactly.
I think Premier League goals are worth about 30 grand each.
Imagine he's on 100k a week and then 35,000.
No, I never said give him a big wage and 30 grand goal. I said make it incentive heavy.
Oh, so how much is he getting? Because you need to earn like a weekly living. Even if
I'm saying you get a good basic wage, appearance bonus,
$500,000
bonus,
15,
win bonus,
$500,000 for 15 goals.
15 goals.
That's what? Who wouldn't take that?
He's got 10 already.
15 Premier League goals for $500,000. That's bang for
your buck.
That's
a good deal. That's a good deal. Sorry, Patrick. What was he saying?
Did you guys see this? Did you guys see this? On Match of the Day.
There we go.
Graphic about.
Yeah, he deserves it.
37 games, 23 goals.
It's mad. It's mad. Look at that shot conversion rate. How it almost tripled.
It's his conversion rate that makes such.
That's
a
only
difference.
805 grand. That's light.
I was literally debating this on yesterday's 12-man podcast show. I think he's one of the better strikers in the league. Remember, we don't create clueless, even when we didn't create that many chances. Like he's been very clinical in front of goal. His finishing's been on point, and like he doesn't need like 10-15 chances.
His one-touch finishing as well, proper number 9.
His first touch, everything. I think Mateta plays for a lot.
I think it's arguable. I think it's arguable to say that his lack of success in the beginning with us was more down to us not playing a way that suited him than him underperforming in a lot of ways, to be honest.
And he needed to tuck in his shirt and shave his plaits off.
Yeah. Remember when Mateta? Patrick's gonna be annoyed. But
come on. Wait, I'm listening. Go ahead.
No. But remember when he could have jumped for the ball? That's what I'm saying. That he
still can't really jump for the ball.
No. Right.
But we're also not playing. We're not trying to make him be that guy either.
Thank you.
Yeah. So remember when Palace deleted
the old That's an old Zaha joke. You just
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a joke.
Over
I don't know if it was a joke because Palace ended up deleting it. But yeah, like he's come a long way.
Yeah, but if you're hoofing in crosses to him, yeah, you're probably not going to get the same goal return from him. Like that's just not who he is.
He thrives off low crosses into the box, cutbacks.
Yeah.
Remember that
Yeah,
goal he scored against Everton in the FA Cup when Zaha pulled it back and he hit it first time. Mate, his first time finishing is a joke. Left foot, right foot as well, not just one foot.
I mean that first goal against Millwall, first touch.
Yeah.
How you want it?
Yeah. So many goals so far this season. By the way, people, there's about 250 people here, but we're only on 130 likes. So if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button. It helps us out massively.
Shout out to the 250. Shout out to the 250.
Yeah. Even if you're watching on replay, it's much appreciated if you can just hit the like button. But yeah, those were the debates we were having. So
Sean, that was like one of the daily arguments within the show was Eddie versus Mateta.
Sean, what side were you on again? Were you on Eddie or Mateta? Because I don't remember that.
Well, if they was arguing, then he had to be on Mateta's side because D was on Edward's side.
That is true.
Well, I was on Mateta's side. I don't remember Sean being on my side, but I'm allowed that anyway. Let it go.
You want to do that? I told you so. You lot accused me of that.
I never said it. I wasn't part of this debate. I thought they was both ass.
Oh no, yeah, well,
fair.
We showed.
I was calling for Ayew to play up front,
which is why you need this book, How to Watch Football.
You need to learn to read first.
You need to learn to read first. Between Edward and Mateta, you said Jordan Ayew should be playing up front. Jordan Ayew,
you learn to read first.
Like,
you gotta learn to read first, man.
What?
Wait,
Luke, man, 9 years old.
Lou, that's nothing. I remember people in this group here when Ayew played in the 8 as an 8, yo. And that's a good idea.
I thought you could do right wing back.
Yeah, bottom right did too. Bottom right thought right wing back too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but Patrick, you're laughing where you did not agree with that.
I
know you and Lou are like cool like that.
We were so down bad. We were just saying anyone could go anywhere at this point.
We just knew that his work rate, that he would never stop running, and it was like, boom, you could be that guy.
No doubt.
Well, we've come a long way though. Remember when we first got promoted, we were all happy with Cameron Jerome because he could run.
And now you're complaining about signing Champions League left backs. Look,
come a long way.
Oh, come on.
I mean, the argument.
Oh well, hold up.
To lose, but to lose.
Are you not happy with a Premier League winner?
Why are you biting? Stop biting.
No. Let me ask you this. Are you not happy with a Premier League winner leaving us on deadline day? With a Premier League winner.
You know what? We're getting his teammate, bro. We're getting his teammate.
Yeah, that's 2015. We're getting a Champions League 2022.
Okay.
But to both of y'all credit, both Lou and D is as back and forth as y'all are. You both make a good point. Our arguments nowadays, or the things that we're complaining about, compared to where we were just 4 or 5 years ago, the level of the complaints has far exceeded what it used to be.
Fact.
What? Sorry, I missed that. So what do you mean?
We got more high class more high class complaints these days. Like you said, but this ain't we like Cameron Jerome just because he can run.
Yeah. Of course. But I mean, we should be having those complaints, right? It's over 10 years in the Premier League, and
that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, look at what we've come from. Is what I'm saying. Look where we are now with the complaints that we have compared to where we've been.
But remember, the expectations changing has also impacted, I think, the atmosphere at Selhurst Park. I think both of these conversations link well, because now, before, when we had something to look forward to, that was just staying up and get behind the boys. Now we're just stuck on crossroad. It's like, what do we want to do next? We're not going to go down. We're not getting European football. And
you said we're not getting European football.
Well, right now, as it stands, we're not. And I think that is, I think if people truly did believe that, then the atmosphere at Selhurst would be better. So I think we're kind of stuck at this level, which is impacting the atmosphere because, the atmosphere, it hasn't been at the same levels as it has.
I think the atmosphere is not good because of half the Holmesdale a 70-year-old sitting down on one side.
Yeah, but I mean, hasn't that always happened? How old are you?
No.
55?
Can't you see this young, handsome face, brother? 31.
You sit down, don't you?
No, I stand up. I don't go to football to sit on my seat.
Okay.
The main stand is for sitting down.
Oh, there might be
The main
something
the main stands for sitting down. The upper Holmesdale's for sitting down. Some of the Arthur Waite's for sitting down. The White Horse.
I don't think it's people sitting down.
If you want to create an atmosphere, if you want to create a cauldron, your cop end, everyone should stand up. That's where the ball should be sucked into the goal. If you go to any other big team or whatever league in Premier League, the main stand behind the goal, everyone stands up.
Yeah, I get that point, but
that's what I think.
It's down to people sitting down. What about Arthur Waite, main stand?
The Arthur Waite used to sing when HF were in Block A because it used to be right in the middle of both of them.
So it's not about people sitting down then. It's about people just singing, and maybe there's no link.
If you watch Palace on the TV, half of the stand is standing up and half is completely sat down with that sitting on their hands.
So you don't think there's nothing to do with the off the field stuff in terms of football? No. Do you think it's more down to that?
We just don't have a great home record, so you have to play well at home to get the team has to play well to get the crowd going at the same time. And
are you trolling me?
How am I trolling you?
No. Someone said in the chat you're trolling me. Now I hear it. You might be.
No. I genuinely think obviously you can't force people to move, but listen, the Kop. If you look at Liverpool, the Kop would you ever see half the stand sitting down? You wouldn't, would you?
No, I don't know.
Go to any club. I personally think there has to be a control over where people are standing and sitting to create an atmosphere. But that's just how it is. And if you've got half of our main Holmesdale lower tier sitting down, and then you've got the HF in the middle doing their own songs, it's not going to transcend throughout the whole ground. That's what I think. That's
why you heard the game as well. Go on, Patrick.
Breaking news.
What happened?
It's official.
Queen's Park.
It's official.
I'm not doing a 3-hour stream, but with all due respect, talking about Jaden Ream.
Now, this is the Queen's Park in Scotland, right?
Queen's Park. It's not even the original Queen's Park Rangers. It's Queen's Park. It's the Rangers.
It's a deal. Done deal.
Listen, I'm not saying with the 70-year-olds. I'm not saying they should be moved. I'm just saying why I think the atmosphere isn't great. Because you've got a mixture of people who really want to get the crowd going and some people who just want to sit and watch the game. But I'm not saying they don't.
So, but let me ask you this: how does any team that creates that type of atmosphere do it? Because I feel like there's going to be kids at every single game for every single club. No matter
what? I disagree with that. Because are you telling me at Anfield there's no there must be older people who you sit? I don't know. There must be. You can't just say.
I don't think people should be just moved how they want to be moved.
No,
but
it's down to us, man. It's not about the older fans, younger fans. Listen, I think it's down to us. I genuinely feel like it's more down to expectations rather than there's not that many people that sit down. There isn't that many people that sit down. It's not like
go watch Sky Sports, and watch the game.
I'm at the ground. I'm there. I can see it myself.
Oh my! They're sitting down. If you stand up and look on the left-hand side of the Holmesdale.
Yeah, but but what about the people above them? There's more people standing up.
The upper Holmesdale don't say anything.
Yeah, but then I'm not still talking about the upper Holmesdale. I'm talking about even people in the lower Holmesdale that's not sitting down. There's only a few bits or whatever at the front couple rows that's sitting down. I don't think everyone's sitting down.
Do you remember what it was like when when the HF were in Block A, we got 2 stands singing, but that now it's so disjointed from the Arthur to the Holmesdale. It doesn't create that cauldron, when an opposition player used to take a corner kick in the Holmesdale, you could see it, you could hear the atmosphere. It's not like that anymore. It's not as intimidating. And I'm not picking on older people or 67-year-olds, but I understand when you go to football, you have generations of who have sat in the same seat and their sons sit there and their grandsons sit there, but there still has to be some sort of a strategy to make the atmosphere better because it's not working at the moment.
Yeah. I think it's more down to what we see on the field. Because I think we used to have one of the best atmospheres in the league, and it's not really adding up to what's going on right now. I'll be honest. It's not. It's like the atmosphere just some games is just absolutely dead. I don't know if the HF should be back in the corner. I don't know, because technically the HF being in the middle makes a lot more sense, because then the noise could spread out even more, like just people on the left and right. But it's just
also we've swayed from our traditional songs. A lot of the hate, like you say, like that 1861 song. I will never sing that again. I
don't know why you got an agenda against it. You hate that.
I think it's a terrible song.
You always mention that song, like. You mentioned it like song. How many times? Every other day you mentioned the 1861 song.
I didn't mention it yesterday.
I'm in Block V after wait. We sit down. But yeah, like I don't think it's to do with sitting down. We are lacking.
How do you think the atmosphere should be improved? Pat, how do you think?
I think it's about.
It's hard. It's hard to honestly, it's hard to say. I hate the fact that when I go, I mean, I'm not there a lot, but I have a season ticket. I'm going to be back there in a couple of weeks, and when I'm there, I just find it weird that when I was younger and go, anybody would sing a song and people pick up on it. Now it's all about the HF. Whatever they sing, they lead the singing. So your point about hating that song, I get it, but that's because the HF sings it all the time. It's not like the White Horse singing that song, and So
should I tell you the problem?
More. No, you're right. You're gonna say that the HF.
When the HF is not at the ground,
right? It's no.
I can literally hear the person next to me breathing.
You can hear conversations.
No one, like there is no one singing.
And I totally get that, D and Lou, and I understand that. I just wish it was more organic, where whoever sang, Arthur took a chant, everybody will start doing it. But it's always going to be, and I get it, because the ultras are what people know about Palace as far as the singing. I get it. But it's just weird that the only singing I ever, even when I'm there, sitting in the main stand next to AJ, I look to my right, and that's where the singing comes from. You don't hear it from anywhere else. Not where my section across from me in the Arthur to my left and White Horse. You don't hear anybody really singing unless HF is singing. So again, I don't know. I don't know. It's just
so. When I went to Leicester away a few weeks ago, there was just about 1,000 of us, but that we actually sounded quite loud in that.
I was going to say that.
The HF weren't there. The HF weren't there.
Lou, when I went to the QPR League Cup game, exactly, it's different at away matches, because it's always everybody will sing. It's much. It's a better atmosphere, I think, away game, because everybody sings their own songs, whatever.
That's why I normally enjoy going to an away game more than I do a home game.
T needs to go. T, thank you for coming on, bro. We'll catch up with you again.
Appreciate it. Hopefully, by day's end, we got a new guy to support, and we just keep on rolling, fellas.
Up the Palace. We still haven't announced Ben Chilwell. There's less than 2 hours left in the window, but that should be done. But D, you singing next game? Yeah, I'm always there singing, man. I'm always there singing. But even when you look at the Leicester away fans, like the amount of away fans that went to Leicester, 1,000. It makes me think it's more down to the actual football rather than the stuff that you're saying, Lou. Because if we're 7th or 8th. Do you think we only take 1,000 to Leicester?
No. Definitely performances improve, because I remember when you couldn't get a ticket to Forest away, and then this season, there was only about 1,700 that went, or something like that, or 2,000. Yeah, the performances do affect. I think at home as well, we're not great at home, so I feel like where normally we're getting loads more chances away from home. At home, and teams are sitting in low blocks. There's not a lot to get excited about, and that probably doesn't help. So I think it's a mixture. But I definitely think it might have gone stale a bit, because, like you said, we've been in the Premier League so long, and there's not that much to scream and shout about. At least sometimes we was in relegation battles, so like we all had to come together, and we had to win our games and stuff like that. It was a bit different, whereas maybe there's less on the line now these days.
AJ, what about you when it comes down to where you're at the ground? Because you're with all the rich people, so I guess I sat near your seat.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, where exactly? Yeah, in the Stockport game, and I just felt like, oh, this is comfortable. Like I just sit down. There's no one saying an ounce of word. There's no chant. There was no chant for the whole game. I guess it's like it depends on where you sit at the ground. I think the home zone is probably the most vocal, and then it's the Arthur, then then it's a battle between the main stand and the white horse for who's.
I think there's loads of factors to it. So with the Holmesdale side of things, obviously that is essentially where all the noise and everything ascends from. That's where it starts. Nobody, if you get a guy in the main stands to try to sort of start a chant, about 3 or 4 people might look at him and try and join in, and you might get some guy, but generally most people sort of turn around about that, mate, like calm down, sit down sort of thing. In terms of the away support, I think there's different factors to it. I think, yes, the expectation is pretty much similar every season. The joke goes around that, we're home in our 12th place position. That won't sort of go away unless we sort of change that. There is a debate to suggest that we could potentially push on for the rest of the season. Let's just see how things play out. And maybe that might boost things up a bit. But what you got to understand is, despite the fact that away games are cheap, there is also a factor to it that you have to involve in terms of travel and finances as well. Not many people, and I don't want to turn this into a political thing, but people don't have extra cash to lying around and have the finances to be able to leave work and get to a game 8 o'clock in Manchester. People can't do that. So, depending on what your life circumstances are and how your setup works. So I wouldn't really get sucked into that as much. I don't think that's going to be, that will be the case forever, but I just think it's just, there's other things at play here, to be fair, because, your average man or your average air quote middle class is out here trying to juggle bills and stuff like that. They ain't got time to be worrying about how am I going to get to Leicester for 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Educated guesses they're either working or it's just not financially viable right now. That's going to play a part as well. Yeah, I think this atmosphere at the ground can fluctuate throughout the season. I think at the beginning of the season, it's always loud, it's always pumping. Sometimes they put the free flags out and stuff like that, and everybody's excited for a new season. 5-10 games in, if things aren't really going in a positive light, the atmosphere is just going to drop with that naturally. And it's like we were saying on the show beforehand, being in the Premier League and sort of establishing ourselves in the Premier League, we can take that for granted, and we kind of get a little bit comfortable with that. It's not as bad as the Championship days because you could literally see empty seats in our coverage when we were doing the good old days of the ban and the Championship and administrations under Simon Jordan. But it is one of them things where I think we are taking our Premier League status for granted a little bit as well. So there's different factors at play there. I don't think it's a black and white answer to that. I don't think there's really a direct answer as to why the atmosphere is a certain way. Because just like
sorry,
I got what you said.
I think it's happened to other clubs as well. I don't remember, but like maybe like Stoke when they first got promoted, and then afterwards they were just staying in the Premier League, and then like I've heard stories about it happening to other clubs where when you're in the Premier League for a while, it just changes, expectations change, and like I do think it plays a part to it. But yeah, sorry, was you going to add anything else?
Yeah, I guess. Do you know what? I'm going to be honest. It's more of a question for. That's more of a sort of generic survey type of question. To be fair, you're going to have to ask around. Everyone's going to have different experiences at games. Where you probably compared to where I sit, it's a completely different setup and the kind of people that you're around and stuff. There's so many different factors at play. I don't think there's a straight answer for it. There isn't.
Yeah, next season I'm gonna take Patrick's seat. I'm gonna be like, this guy doesn't come to games, so I don't know why he has a season ticket. I'm gonna move. No,
you stay where you are. You're not welcome there. You just stay where you are, man. You get me? Country club boys only.
Patrick, I mean, he when he went to the game when Roy was there, the Bournemouth game, I mean, Patrick was gonna have a scrap. What was someone pissed off about Patrick?
I were discussing the right back situation, and I was getting upset at Joel Ward, and he said Joel Ward's the best right back at the club right now. and I begged to differ, and the guy wanted to fight me. It was actually AJ's buddy, so it's his fault.
AJ got Patrick set up.
No. To be fair, I backed it for Patrick. I backed it.
That
He
is
took one
that
of them,
is
he got
crazy.
To be fair, he did back me up. He did.
That game was so toxic, though. That was the game where the chance where you're not fit to wear the shirt to the players.
that was
It was a
bad.
home game. I don't know why. I'll just never forget that game. I'll never forget that game. Lou, was you at that game? Or was that game
What game was it?
Bournemouth at home.
Bournemouth, December of last year.
Hell no.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you just go to watch the Uniteds and the Chelseas and stuff. That's when you go to Palace games. You're not there through the thick and mud. You're one of the reasons why the atmosphere's dead. You know, you don't turn up to a seat when we need you. You only turn up when you got the Arsenals and the Liverpools, and it's like a day out for you. Yeah,
You can't go band for band on games with me, bro.
Yes, I can.
I'm sorry, bro. I was at Stockport 01. Yeah?
Let's compare loads.
Have you watched the Stockport game on YouTube yet?
Yes, I have.
I was there.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I was
sorry
there.
For me.
Was you at Sheffield Wednesday away?
No.
The 2-2? No.
No. What year was it?
2010.
Yeah. Nah.
Or 11.
He's like 9 years old.
Yeah.
Have you seen Palace in the championship before? Have you seen the game actually gone to a game?
Yeah. My first game was Palace versus Preston North End, and I remember Calvin Andrews scoring. It was
You didn't see Neil Shipley score at the Millennium Stadium.
Let's move on from that topic.
There we go. Yeah, can't go band for band with
I don't think that's a great example right now with everything that's going on.
That's one of the most iconic moments in Palace history, bro.
Do you know who Neil Shipley even is?
I've spoken to Neil Shipley before. I've done shows with him.
Fair enough.
He has, interviewed him.
Yeah.
He must have thought you was a charlatan.
What do you mean you've not seen any of my games?
No.
Yeah. Give us a Neil Shipley song if you know Neil Shipley.
Nah. What?
Give us a Neil Shipley song.
my voice is. I'm struggling right now. My voice.
Anyway, I got to shoot.
Oh, is it all right? Cool.
All right, cool. I might be back. I might be back to when we sign a centre back.
All right, cool. All right, then. See you later.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't realize what he said.
He's not going to be back then. He's not going to be back.
He's never coming back. He's never coming back. That is funny. I've seen Clint Hill play in goal at Southampton.
I've heard about it.
Yeah. People talk about the Everton game. There's an Everton preview going out. Is there any other updates, by the way? We kind of got carried away talking about everything else.
That happened. Teo went out along.
Is confirmed?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Bradford City announced it.
Oh, Bradford. Palace didn't. Palace are too busy.
Man. We're trying to get. The left back.
Palace is we're going to get a blockbuster centre back. Don't watch that. We're going to get a left.
They literally announced it 2 minutes ago. Bradford City. So yeah, that's officially confirmed. Let's see if he said anything decent. Is there any quotes coming out? You can go check it out. But yeah, that's a good move though. Bradford's a big club. So he just needs to play. That's the thing with Teo. He just needs to be playing. It sounds so easy, but he hasn't played as much when he's gone out on loan. Was it Vieira that gave him his debut? Must be, right?
Yeah, well, it's official now. Here it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there. So, Chelsea just scored. Cole Palmer against West Ham. So yeah, until the end of the season, he's been announced. So that's good.
And I checked it out. They play the same system. They play a 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1, which is good.
I was actually thinking about that because with Ashar and Gillingham, do they do the same thing as well? Do they play three at the back?
No, but he plays more as a 10 now, so it doesn't really matter as far as he's concerned. But he plays more as an attacking midfielder, number 10. So
okay. Is that Palace that announced it? Oh yeah, Palace. Yeah, they've announced it. So yeah, I mean. He's had loan moves to Molenbeek as well. Forgot about that, right? Yeah, Molenbeek.
He did.
Coventry,
and then the Stockport one. This is the fourth one he's had.
Yeah.
Was it the Stockport? It was the Stockport one where he got clattered in the preseason, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what messed him up. He was going to play and he got messed.
But when I spoke to the Stockport fan on the opposition,
oh wait! Look at this! I didn't know that happened. One was on goal.
Was on goal.
That's what he said. I didn't see. I have a TV. I wasn't watching it, but yeah.
I've got the game on. Oh, I missed it. Oh, that's amazing. I wonder how Lawless is thinking right now. What's it called? Yeah. Where was we? Spoke about. Oh yeah, he went. He went out on loan. I mean, with him, how old is he now? He's 21. He's 21. Even with Jaden Raymond, it's like that age is a bit.
It might have to be a now or never thing. To be fair, it might have to be a now or never thing because football was ruthless that way. Like you gotta break through, otherwise you're on your way, mate.
Yeah, literally. So with him, do we have any hope?
You never know, but it looks unlikely. I'm gonna be honest.
What is happening with Ebiwe? It's a very good point.
That's another one to get by it. Like he's just at the club. Like there just seems to be this weird reputation of attitude, and it just doesn't seem to be going away.
Yeah.
But his crazy. For me, it was about the last loan move that he had. If he wasn't successful there, then I was like, yeah, that's it. And I think that is it because he's had a few loan moves. And the fact is, he's not even playing any games. Like he wasn't playing any games, right, Patrick? I know you follow the loan plays a bit more, but Ebiwe, when he was out on loan, he had a few games here and there, but he was just basically included like for loan.
Oxford, he came on like in cup games, late on a few league games. He got very few appearances. I don't know if he fell out with the manager, it didn't work out. But yeah, it's a great point. I don't know what's going on with that kid because you're right, it's make or break for him. There's a lot of talent there, but honestly, I don't want to say anything real bad. His body language just doesn't look good on the pitch. I mean, he's got talent, but he doesn't seem like I watch a lot of the 21 games, and if he makes a bad pass, he kind of shrugs his shoulder. I hear Mark White talking about stuff like that. He just got to show a little bit more desire. But again, he's 21. Looking at his profile right now, he's going to be 22 in September. So this is it for him. They don't make it this season. But we signed we signed an extension like last year, his contract. So we've got at least another year or so here.
I know it's a weird one with him because he was linked to he was linked with Man United as well. I know that. But the fact that it's more than one manager that said it, and obviously it's kind of coming out, that normally kind of screams beginning of the end for you, to be fair. Unless, he drops down a few levels, reproves himself, depends what kind of mindset he's got. We've seen it with so many footballers, not just Palace ones, where, if you don't pattern up, these are the things that are going to potentially happen to you. So, I just don't see it. We would have to have the maddest amount of injuries and go to sort of desperately to even entertain it. So I would almost, in my mind, write him off a bit.
But I will say this: he's an under 21 player. He doesn't have to be on. He can stay. He can still be in the 25 and not count. So he could be part of the squad this year. He doesn't count. He's under 21, so he can still be part of the squad, and wouldn't be a negative thing. So we'll see. But
should we actually talk about the squad? I did want to get into the topic at some point. We might as well do it now. It's 9:30. Because I think Schlupp moving on is a good move for the club. But I just want to look at the squad overall to say, like, how many players are here which can do a job for us for a club that wants to push in the top 10, or how many players do we need to move on eventually? I'll try to bring up the squad list and then we can go through it because there are some players that's been on the bench this season, maybe down to injuries. Yeah, injuries definitely play a part, but like AJ said as well, at times I feel like we can pick the easy route. We've given extensions to players, and I think with Schlupp we kind of done that. But yeah, let's actually look at the squad, and then we can discuss it like that. Make sure to hit the like button, people, if you haven't already done so. When there's any updates, of course we'll go through it. We're nearly on 200 likes. We're about 20 away from 200 likes. So let's see if we can hit 200 likes before 10 p.m. Can you see my screen? Oh yeah, here we go. So you can see the squad, right?
Yeah.
Let's go through it. So with the goalie situation, I think we're fine with there. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Whitworth and Goodman maybe in the summer, because I mean Whitworth has been doing well, right, Patrick?
He was, but the last 2 games he's given up like 8 goals in the last couple of matches. So, but overall he's doing well. But
yeah,
I'd lean actually more towards Goodman being as part of the next season because they're the same age. He's a little bit taller. A little bit more league experience. He's had 2 loans. This is Whitworth's first loan. The difference is Goodman is in League 2 and Whitworth is in League 1. so he's at a high level. But they're both kind of going for promotion, that kind of thing. So there is that. But either one will be fine for me. Weir's a little bit smaller. He's more like the Everton goalie, size-wise. He's not taller. Goodman's like 6'2", 6 like that, so he's taller. So either one next year, I think, is a good person to bring in as a backup because they're young. Don't spend money on a goalie. Don't have to get a loan out on him. I think they'll be fine. And the Henderson's never injured. Well, knock on wood, hardly ever injured. So
Matt Turner's on loan, so he will go back, and then I guess we keep one of the two, right?
Exactly. That's what I would do.
That's the plan. Yeah. So that makes sense in terms of the goalkeeper position. Centre backs. We are, in my opinion, here it looks good because in terms of the numbers, I think we need 5 centre backs. If we're playing 3 at the back, 5 centre backs, 3 starters, and 2 backups. However, Rob Holding is not a backup, so he's not included, and he should be going to Sheffield United. So next season we need to replace Rob Holding, and then I think we're going to have to replace Mark Gahey as well if he ends up leaving. So next summer, I think right now as it stands, anyways, I think we're going to be aiming for 2 centre backs at least, right?
I don't know. Are we? I know Gay's not signed a contract yet, but remember the season's not over. Maybe I'm just still in that kind of hope, kind of naive state of mind, but I don't know. In terms of the options he's got to go to, he either goes Man City where he's got to fight for his place, even though I would debate he deserves to start there. He goes Man United, which let's not even go there. Tottenham, as it stands, we could potentially finish above Man United and Tottenham as things stand right now. So he's not gaining anything going there. The only ones, I guess, are Chelsea and potentially Liverpool, depending on what goes on with them. Are we completely ruling out the concept that he's going to sign a new contract, or we kind of just resided ourselves that he's getting sold? Because that just seems to be the narrative.
I am. Unless something drastic happens towards the end of the season, we get like European spots, then maybe we can try and keep him for a bit longer. But a lot, as I said, it's like the odds are against us right now because he's got all the power. In the summer, he could go and attract a few other big clubs because he's only got a year left in his deal. So something has to happen for Palace. But even let's say the squad remains as it is. If Gahey was to leave, we'll have to replace Gahey. But even if Gahey wasn't to leave, I think this Palace squad are missing a centre-back. Chad Riyad injured or not, we need another centre-back. Am I right in saying that, though, Patrick?
Yeah, 100%. There's no doubt. Right. Holding's not part of whether he goes out on loan today or not. He's not part of anything going to happen. Glasser made it clear he's not going to play for Palace again while he's at Palace. So unless you want to keep Holding and lose the manager, he's not going to be around anymore. So he's gone. So definitely one, I would say. And again, that's why I'm glad that we are identifying players right now. We talked about, again, the Giallo player, the Pjanic, whatever the guy in Italy that we've talked about this morning. Is that Juve or Milan? That player? Is it, what's the player's name again? I forgot the guy. Yeah, him.
Or something like that.
Yeah, him. So there's that. Riyad, again, as someone said in the chat, he's going to be out for at least a year. He won't be back until probably December of this year, maybe January if we're lucky. You got to hope he can come back. You have him, Lacroix, Richards. I say at least another one. Definitely another one. And then 2 if there's Gahey. So
Yeah. But right now, as it stands, we need one more centre back, regardless of who leaves. Of course, if Gahey leaves, then we need to replace him. But I just want to go over the squad, so I'm going to write it down as well. So I don't think we need another goalie because we're all right in goalie numbers. I'm talking about more about depth. If Matthews goes, then Whitworth and Goodman's here anyway. So I think one of them two will be like number 2. But we do need another centre back. What about? So we're going to need another left wing back.
Yep.
For sure.
Okay. I'm going to note that down as well. Another left wing back because Chilwell, if he's joining us, well, he should be, is going to be on loan. What about right wing back? Because Lou's been talking about this for a while, saying how we need someone to back up Munoz. We got Klein there and we got Joe Ward here. Let's talk about them two first. For me, if we are serious about moving forward, at least one of them two are going. And I think Joe Ward is the one to go because we need to balance the books. Like, I don't think we need like 3 or 4. And also, it's not like of quality. Joe Ward is gone, right? I think we can all agree Joe Ward is gone. That leaves us with Corpora.
He was linked with Luton earlier on today.
Yeah.
So
He's going to be gone in the summer.
I would actually get rid of both Klein and Wood. I'd get rid of both.
You know what? I agree with you because technically we shouldn't go. We shouldn't have Nathaniel Klein going into 25-26 season. Like we shouldn't. Like realistically, we shouldn't. So I agree with you. But even if you get rid of Klein and Ward, it doesn't mean that we need to sign 2 players as a replacement. I think we got Munoz there. We got Corpora. I think we need 2 right wing back options, just like 2 left wing back options. The question is, if you get rid of Klein and Ward, is Corpora good enough to back up Danny Munoz going into next season? Do we think that? Or do we need to sign another right wing back option? It's only 18.
I would loan Corpora and then I would bring in another right wing back because however you look at it, we're going to need a bit of surgery in the summer. Maybe I think that's another reason, if I'm being brutally honest, why I'm a little bit frustrated with the left back situation to an extent, because I thought if we had brought in an actual proper left back to keep, i.e. to go forward with the squad, summer-wise, we could have focused more on that other sort of side of things. But, you know, it is what it is at this point. It definitely should have been a situation where we need to really consider getting a right back. I don't know if we go for a Kyle Walker-Peters, for example, because I'm going to be honest, I think Southampton's relegation is inevitable. And I don't know if he would hold another season in the Championship, to be fair, in terms of where his ambition is at or lies. Or, you know, there's always an up-and-coming, I'm pretty sure Doogie's got some kind of hit list on him that he could probably find out of nowhere. And then in typical Palace fashion, we do all the Googling and research on a guy, YouTube clips, and then all of a sudden we want him. And then I'm getting somebody else from Chelsea, most likely. But in all seriousness, I feel like there's definitely an opportunity there to really be serious and get somebody.
So for me, we have to seriously address the left wing back and spend whatever amount, was it 20, 25 for a proven good left wing back, early 20s. Yeah. I agree, definitely loan out Corpora, but we have a right wing back, Danny Imre. Comes back from Bromley, put him in as a backup.
Are you confident?
I am.
It's a different level. It's a different level. So do you think?
I understand that, D, but he's played really well for Bromley. I know it's only League 2. But he's not young. He's 22. He's not a kid. He's not like an 18-year-old. He's got the experience, and he's got the same type of energy and characteristics as Munoz. High energy, very attacking, not as good defensively. You know what I mean? And he's got the league experience. I would definitely. I think. Listen, at least you try it till December. If it doesn't work out, then you go into the market. I hate to know you don't do that. Go in the market in January, but if it doesn't work out, but I think for the first half of the season next year, Imre can definitely back up Munoz. I feel comfortable doing that. I really do.
And also, he's not that young as well, right? He's in his...
I said, right. He's 22 now. So, yeah, he's not a kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what? I'm not against Imre as a backup option. That's a shout. But we do need to get rid of Klein and Joel Ward, in my opinion. Even though Klein is like the versatile, even now we're talking about him being like a centre-back option, just go sign a centre-back. He shouldn't be the option. Like, we shouldn't be considering Klein as like a centre back option. Like, how old is he? He's gonna be 34 in April. So next season he'll be 35. Like, and he's not a centre back as good as he has been there. If we're serious about progressing, I think we move on from Klein and Joel Ward in the summer. So we don't need another right wing back. We agreed that we need another centre back in the summer, another left wing back. For depth options. Right. What about in midfield? I think we're fine in midfield. I think we've got Che Doucouré and Wharton, which of course Doucouré is out for the season. Are we concerned? Let me just land there. Are we concerned about Doucouré and his injuries and his lack of playing time at all?
I am.
Slightly,
the first is an Achilles, now it's a knee. I mean, you hate to see someone that young. He's only 24, 25, have those kind of injuries. He was highly rated, 25, just turned 25 in January, right? So I'm worried about him. I hope he'll come back. But yeah, I'm a little worried that injury could be a bit of an issue because he's that good of a player and he's a big miss. So yeah, I'm a little worried about that.
I just want to address this from David saying it's not Football Manager. Klein still has a lot to offer. Because I hear what he's saying because of how he's played at centre back, but look at other teams. They've got centre backs playing in the centre back role. Like We need to stop going down the cheaper option. I'm sorry, it's nothing to do.
How old is Klein going to be in the summer? 34, 35.
Like, what top 10 club will have Nathaniel Klein playing for them? Like, come on, it's 2025. He's turning 35 next year. Klein shouldn't be considered as a centre-back option. We should be signing a centre-back. We should be moving on. If we sign a centre-back, and if Imre's the right wing-back option, then the likes of Klein is not needed. Like, we have to move on. We have to. It's the same Wardy. We kept Wardy's different because I think he's been great ever since he's joined us. But there reached a certain point where we had to go sign Munoz because Munoz. I look at the difference between Munoz and Joe Ward. You might say as a backup option, I'd rather have Danny Imre there. I'd rather have an actual centre back there than Nathaniel Klein.
The problem you're going to have, right? If you keep Klein there and you play him in a certain game, and whether it be right back or centre back, and he gets skinned by a next up and coming player or one of the usual top players in the league, you know the narrative is naturally going to change. It's going to be, oh, we should have got rid of him. Oh, he's not good enough. Why are we still playing him? We didn't invest, bro. Use your brain, like, let's just be a bit sensible about it. This is ideal. This is not going to be what's going to happen. It's, hypothetical.
Yeah, I don't think we should go.
Don't get sucked into that, bro. Let's be honest. Yeah. It's an interesting comment, but this isn't Football Manager. But to an extent, that's what we're doing with the squad list now. We are actually doing that. We are actually looking at the squad and being realistic and saying, in the next season, so in the summer, going into the 2025/2026 season, are these players going to be good enough? And, if we want to hopefully, fingers crossed, progress, then how's that looking? And D puts a very good point. What other teams in the Premier League does Nathaniel Klein walk into?
Yeah, not even top 10 teams. Like in squad, they laugh at us when we mention Nathaniel Klein as like an option that could be sent. Like, it's not even that bad of an option, but I get it. Like, we shouldn't be relying on Nathaniel Klein for the 25-26 season. Like, we've had our moments, but it's time to if we don't even need to. We don't even need to bring in another player. If it's Danny Imre, that's going to be the right wing back option, and then we have to bring in another centre back. I'd rather bring in another centre back than keep Nathaniel Klein as centre back. He's not a centre back. Just have players in their positions. So yeah, because if injuries happen, then I don't want to rely on Nathaniel Klein. Even now, we're going to have to rely on Klein or Lerma if something happens. But it shouldn't be like that. We should have a centre back. But the circumstances now is different. I'm talking about in the summer. So Decore, yeah, it's a bit worrying. It is a bit worrying. He's 25.
Yeah.
But it just hasn't really worked out for him ever since that last injury. Let's see what happens with him. But if it wasn't for Decore, I think we're fine in midfield, to be fair. I think Walton, Decore, Lerma, Hughes, those four, I'll be happy to move on to next season. Any changes there? And you got Devaney there, of course, as an option.
Would you definitely resign Hughes, though? D?
What was that?
Would you definitely resign Hughes?
Yeah.
Contract? Okay.
Yeah.
Deserves it.
Well, you wouldn't.
I'd like to leave a spot for a younger player like Ozo to come into that midfield next year. If I had
but then that could be another option. You know what I'm saying? That could create depth in the team. So
Hughes has been very good for us.
In the midfield, because if there is a long-term issue with the core here that we need to be concerned about, does that not give Ozo that opportunity to potentially come into this, obviously bench, eventually getting his odd game or two? That's what we did with Devaney. Devaney's been a quite surprising, a good surprise for the first team this season. And then in the games he's done and he got his first goal.
I totally get that, but you're looking at the numbers. He turns 30 in April, and Lerma turned 31 in October. Two 30-year-old midfielders. Again, I got no problem with that, but you gotta kind of get a little bit more youth into that. You don't need both of them to come out next year. Is my point.
Right now, I'm keeping Hughes over Lerma, and Lerma was my player of the season in his first season because I think Hughes, with his performances, it makes more sense to have Hughes inside than Jefferson Lerma. Lerma's very good defensively, better than Hughes defensively, but in a two-man midfield, his game can be limited at times. So I'd rather keep Hughes. If we're going to make any changes anyways, I'd rather keep Will Hughes. But let us know in the chat what you lot think about that. Yeah, Hughes is in the squad. I'd let Lerma go. Yeah, I agree as well. I'll let Lerma go. And with Ozo, let's see, because I think one of them will have to leave. But I think midfield we're all right in terms of depth. We don't need like another central midfielder. We can change it about if we need to. Now with the number 10 positions, down the right hand side, you got Sarr and Romain Esse, right?
Right.
Down the left, ideally next season we should be having Eze and France. So if Eze leaves, of course we replace him. Where does that leave Kamada? I mean, Kamada can also be a midfielder option and a number 10 option. But are we fine now? Are we okay with the 10 options that we have at a football club, or would we want a bit more?
I think Kamada improves, and I don't think it's a subject to obviously France's fitness. I would like to see one more, but I just get that's a fair point, right? Saki as well, but I'm not. It depends because Kamada's obviously going to have 1 year left on his deal at that point, isn't he? Because he's obviously signed a 2-year deal with us, I guess. As it stands right now, and if it meant we put more money into obviously getting up the backup fullbacks and getting a good another centre back, I could actually live with just having the same number 10 / attacking wingers that we have in the team. I'd be happy to stick with that.
Question. What if Asher has a great loan? What about him?
I'm not sure. The problem with the Asher situation is I think he's so talented. I think he's got a very high ceiling.
Right.
I'm not sold on the idea of him starting games in the Premier League yet, though. How old is he? 19?
18.
18. So
Asher's too.
I think he's brilliant, and he's doing really well. From my understanding, the first couple of games he's had there, he's done exceptional. But I think that just by I don't want to detriment his progression. So what I would do is I would potentially loan him out to maybe a higher level. Maybe if we could potentially go Championship.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, we've got Olsen Edouard coming back. Don't forget about him. Up front, I think we're fine with Mateta. I think we're fine with Mateta and Nketiah. So that's I think we're fine with those two options. Do we need another striker?
Yes.
You reckon? How many strikers? I think 2 is
enough.
We're
not going to be disrespectful when Nketiah ain't it.
Based on what you see, like what makes you think he's not it?
I am willing to give him the time, but if you're asking me on the spot right now, based on what I've seen, it depends. Because what you got to understand is Nketiah going to be happy by sitting on the bench to Mateta for another season? Wasn't the whole point of him leaving Arsenal was to come to a club where he's going to start week in, week out?
I think he's a forward plan and signing for when Mateta leaves potentially. But no, it's squad depth. It's having squad depth as well. It's having squad depth. By the way, there's a transfer update. I just want to bring that up. It's the end of an era for this season. Anyways, we'll see what happens. But as you can see, Rob Holding has joined Sheffield United on loan for the remainder of the season.
Oh, wow.
So that's been confirmed. He's not training with the under-21s now. So he's out of the slums of Crystal Palace. But yeah, that's been confirmed. But let's bring on Nick and we'll get Nick's thought on it and our thought. Nick, welcome to the show.
You all right?
Yeah. We're doing well. Rob Holding has been confirmed as soon as you join. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, like, did we see him once in the Palace shirt?
Yeah, we did. United away from home in the League Cup, where him and who was it? Was it Richards that started that game, which we lost under Roy Hodgson? I can't remember.
Might have been.
Yeah, it was the first. I think it was a debut for both of them. But yeah, it hasn't worked out for him. Clearly, he's had a falling out with Glasner, but I guess it's just it's better than him staying under 21s, and hopefully we get his wages covered as well.
It's hardly the greatest epitaph, is it? I mean, do we know what they fell out about?
Nope.
Yeah. Yes.
But
yes.
I think
well, okay.
Tell me
so
another time.
okay. No, I can tell you. It's not. I mean, it's not. It's apparently he.
Are you sure you can say it?
Yeah, I can say it. It was a training incident after the game warmed down. He didn't want to warm down, and he and Holding had a public falling out in front of the entire team, like a shouting match. And Glasner said
It was a West Ham
And-
game. I think it was at the West Ham
Exactly.
game. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. To do
Right.
with warm
And-
down. He didn't want to warm down.
Right. He didn't want to warm down, and he said, "You never play for Palace as long as I'm the manager here." So he hasn't backed up from that.
Yeah. So it's basically to
Again,
do with warm down.
Warm down.
Could he have done a job? Could they have ironed that out? And could we not be that worried now?
Well, clearly not. If Glasner, if they'd have fallen out in front of the players like that, and he said no, then yeah, it's like it's easy for us to say. But it would have been. I mean, we don't need another centre back if that was the case. But the fact that we need another centre back and we're loaning out Rob Holding when he's a centre back says that
Exactly.
there's
Says everything.
Yeah, it says everything.
Exactly.
Can I go back to what you were just talking about before I came on?
Yeah,
And Lou touched on it about the goal bonus for Mateta.
yeah.
30 grand a goal, was it, or something? You get $500,000 a year. Do you reckon if we offered Nketiah 90k a goal, he might actually put one in the onion bag, or would it make him worse?
It'll be a struggle when he's not playing. I mean, how many opportunities does he have? That's my point with Nketiah.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? It's a tricky one.
Nick, that was cheeky, Nick. Very cheeky, but I liked it. That was very cheeky.
But like, how many? I don't want to go down the Arsenal route. Just that's not. I don't know. Everyone's got their own opinions, but Nketiah just keeps getting slandered, even when he doesn't play. He's mentioned, and for me, yes, some people are not happy with £30 million being spent on him. That's fine, but I don't understand beating him down now. What that would do?
Well, look, those stats you put up earlier that from Match of the Day about Mateta and his first 38 games or something, and then since Glasner took over, and the difference. I mean, all right, Glasner's already here, but Nketiah might need time to find his feet. They've got to have seen something there. And has Dougie just pushed for Nketiah because he's been after him for years?
I don't have a problem with. I don't have a major problem with it. It's called depth. I don't think he's causing a fuss. Of course, he would like to play more. He wouldn't. He left Arsenal to come to Palace to play. But when Mateta's playing as he is, it's good. It's good to have that problem. Like it's good to have. He's better than Edward.
That's depth at a greater expense than that fucking Titanic sub that imploded.
But I'll take him over Edward. Like I just think a lot of people they've just written him up. He's become the worst footballer in what? I don't know how we've come to this conclusion. I just don't understand.
So let's have a quick poll amongst you three then. French Eddie or English Eddie?
English Eddie. Let the chat know as well. Chat, get involved. French Eddie. I bet somehow the French Eddie will win because a lot of people don't like it. What do you lot think in the chat? French Eddie or English Eddie? I think English Eddie. I don't like. He's barely had any opportunities up front. When he started for us, he's starting in the number 10 role at the start of the season, and he's not number 10. The easiest way to debunk this is, there are some moments in certain games, and you can tell his confidence is low in front of goal. You can tell, but it's expected because of how he was at Arsenal and how he is now. He's barely getting any game time, but he will get that game time eventually. It will happen. Like I'm not.
Is it nonsense though? If we haven't got a position for him, then
everyone's saying I was scared for a bit about people saying French Eddie. Sorry, Nick, what was you saying?
So what you've just said is he hasn't really got a position in the system, has he? Or the system doesn't suit the way he plays, and if he can't adjust.
I think he's got position. No, he's got position. That's up front. But the problem is you got Mateta, who's playing as well as he is now. So Eddie's getting 15 minutes, 10 minutes off the bench, depending on the game and how it's going. So it's like in that 10 minutes, he just has to be on point. Like he's not getting regular 30 minutes, which I'm not complaining about. But it's not like a major concern to me right now. I'd rather have Eddie off the bench. Like Eddie's not a bad option off the bench. He's had some decent moments. He got that assist against Brighton, winning the header to put it onto Sarr. And he's had some, one or two moments in front of goal. He could have done better. Like he's not like Eddie's missed so many chances. Like how many chances? I asked this question. How many chances has Eddie actually had in front of goal that he's missed for us to say, oh, like he's a terrible? Like we haven't really given the service, and that's been a problem all along. Even with Mateta, Mateta's been clinical and he's been playing a lot of games. But remember, if a guy's coming off for 10, 15 minutes, like he just has to, everything has to fall in its place for it to really work out. But I don't know.
So the irony is, when people were killing Mateta and I was defending him, it's the same thing I was saying about Mateta that D's saying. He wasn't playing enough. He wasn't getting the opportunities. He got one opportunity, obviously, against Brighton. He scored that goal during COVID. And I thought, then, of course, I keep going back to that time under Vieira in the FA Cup. He scored against Millwall, Everton, had to go against Norwich in the league, etc. And he was scoring goals. People still say he's not good enough, etc. So D's right about him not getting the chances. My issue is this, and I'll keep going back to it, is I saw Nketiah at Arsenal when Jesus got injured. He was the number one striker. He scored a hat-trick against Sheffield United. I remember that. But he had Gabriel Martinelli, Martin Odegaard, and Bukayo Saka, and he wasn't scoring goals with those guys. So I know it happens to be a different system playing under now. So my only concern is he's not going to get the service and the opportunities, D, that he got at Arsenal when he really wasn't scoring either. So I hope that somehow, and he's shown already, the manager, he can work like guys like Saw and got Mateta firing. He can get players playing well in that system. I'm worried, though, that this system's not going to suit Eddie. He's not a 10, so stop playing him there. That's clear. He's got to play the striker, but you're right. Mateta is playing way too well for him not to play now. But my only concern is I didn't see enough from him at Arsenal to say, you know what, he'll come good.
But how many times did he start for Arsenal? This is the problem with Arsenal. He didn't get consistent minutes like that.
I'll say it again. He did. There was a stint of at least 10 matches, D, when he started, and I'll look it up right now.
10 matches enough.
Okay, I mean,
how many? Look how long it took Mateta. And Mateta, when he started performing, it was because he was playing consistent in starting 11.
Again, I just had the argument. So I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying that I'm worried because I've seen this already at a different club, at a better club. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it. Not like Mateta was at Liverpool and came to Palace. Mateta was in the Bundesliga and came to, you know what I mean? It's not. He came from a top 6 club, and they sold him because they didn't want him. And look, right now, as we speak today, they need a striker, and they sold this kid, a young 25-year-old striker, because they didn't think he was good enough. He's come to Palace. I'm not saying he can't go good, make it good here. I'm not saying that. But my only concern is I haven't seen enough from him in the past to let me say, you know what, give him 10 matches or 15 games, he'll score. Because I've never seen it before from him. I hope I'm wrong because, you know, he plays for Palace now, and I want him to score goals. I'm not convinced by Nketiah. Not that I'm not going to kill him. I never kill him in the ratings or in the shows. I'm just saying that I don't see enough from Nketiah to say, you know what, yeah, if JP goes down and Nketiah can get the job done. Is he better than Edouard? I don't know. Honestly,
do you know how many games? Let me show my screen.
Yeah,
and this context matters in terms of how many games has he actually played up front for Palace.
Of course.
And I remember the Liverpool game was at home and we lost 1-0. That's the only game he's played up front, and I believe he played for 90 minutes. Can you lot see this? Yeah. Got a yellow card in that game. He played for 9 minutes. Right. Other games, look, like Shadow Striker, I think that's basically like a number 10. They just couldn't word it. Right wing, that's like number 10. Like he's been playing.
Can you bring up the time when he was at Arsenal? The Arsenal, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I got that.
But this season, 21 appearances. Because remember, coming off the bench as well, in spells, look, he came off the bench against Southampton, 1 minute. Chelsea, 3 minutes. Leicester, 10, 12, 18. To be fair, his minutes have been going up as of recently.
Nick and I saw him score a goal this year for Palace at QPR.
Yeah, at the QPR game. Yeah, at the QPR game.
So yeah, we saw him score a goal. So yeah, so there is that.
Yeah, and he played up front there. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Mateta wasn't right. Mateta was a striker.
Yeah.
Right.
And he scored against Arsenal as well when he came on.
Yeah.
That header was quality. I just think, I don't know. I'm not just completely writing him off. I'll take him over French Eddie.
And I'm not writing him off either. I'm just saying that I just need him to come good. And it can't be, a year from now. It's got to be soon. Because
let's look at the season before he joined us.
Yeah.
At Arsenal. And by the way, people, there's less than an hour left. And there's another update, just quickly. And that is on Jeffrey Schlupp, not on Ben Chilwell, still not on the left wing back. Is that he has completed his medical with CELTIC. And that is according to Anthony R. Joseph, who's a Scottish journalist for Sky Sports News. So, yeah, Jeffrey Schlupp has completed his medical. So, hopefully that should be announced sooner rather than later. He'll be joining CELTIC on loan until the end of the season. By the way, if you're new here, subscribe if you haven't already done so. To
It's just come up on Sky D that Crystal Palace agreed deal to sign Ben Chilwell on loan from Chelsea.
Yeah, that's been agreed. Yeah, that's been agreed. That was reported even like an hour ago, but yeah, it just hasn't been announced yet officially. But yeah, if you haven't already done so, subscribe and leave a like. People, it helps us out massively. So thank you to every single one of you that's done that. Let's look at him at Arsenal before he joined Palace, because this is what I'm saying. When he had appearances, let's see how many appearances he's had and the minutes that he's played in those appearances. So let's go to the top first. He had 20. Yeah, go on.
I just got a bounce, mate.
Oh, you got a bounce. Oh yeah. All right, cool, AJ. Appreciate you coming on.
AJ.
Yeah.
Take care, buddy.
Take care.
All right, take care.
So, according to this, in the season before he joined Palace, he had 27 appearances for Arsenal, scored 5 goals, got 2 assists in the Premier League. Now, let's look at those appearances. So, in the Champions League, he only had one 90-minute appearance, and he scored a goal. For the
game,
yeah, that's international friendlies. Was he even in the England squad? I don't remember. Apparently he was. But then Euro, he wasn't there. Hold up. Premier League. Now, start of the season. Is this start of the season? Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about.
He started the season against Forest. He scored a goal. Then he played against us. He missed a chance. I remember that. It was against us. He missed that chance when they beat us 1-0.
We lost 1-0. Yeah.
And then he scored against Fulham. Played 45 minutes. Scored against Fulham. Then he played against Man United.
This is the stretch. This is the stretch I'm talking about. He played from August to like November because Jesus was injured. So go ahead.
So yeah, so he started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fulham. Did he start the Fulham game? I'm not even too sure. He said 45 minutes.
Yeah, it came on for halftime.
Came off at halftime, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so he scored a goal anyways. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like 8 games.
8 in a row.
He scored 2 goals, and then afterwards he got dropped to the bench against Chelsea. Then he played against Sheffield United. He scored a hat trick. Started against Newcastle, didn't score. Burnley, and here comes, I think, the decline from November onwards. 9 minutes, 24 minutes, 23 minutes.
No, you're right, but D, that he started 10 of those 11 games and scored 5 goals. So, all right,
is that bad?
No, it's not bad. I'm just saying that's what it comes out to be. He started in 10 games. He played more than 10 during the season, but he didn't score again. I don't think he scored again after that hat trick. By the way, you know that, right?
Yeah,
he doesn't score again after the hat trick.
The last time he started a game before he joined us was back in 2023.
Yeah,
it was the Fulham game that he started, and afterwards he didn't start. Of course, he gets an assist against us. Typical. I remember that was a 5-0 game. I was at that game. But yeah, like he just basically got phased out. Which was unfortunate. But yeah, look, you can see the context matters. When you look at 27 appearances, you think, oh, he started 27 games, but he didn't start 27 games. He just had like 27 appearances, and some of them appearances count with like him playing a minute, 3 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't know.
Hey, can you bring up that comment from Jason, please, about Dougie? That's the one.
Oh, let's do it now. That's my burner can.
I want to add. I want to add a name to that, and I think there's a question mark. I think Dougie dug out Sorloth, and look how well he's done. He just didn't get the chance under Roy. Imagine what Sorloth would have done under Glasner.
That's a great point.
He's a top striker in Europe now, isn't he?
That's not on Doug. Yeah, that's not Dougie's fault, of course. As he's saying, that was more about plays around him. But then Sorloth, he went to Turkey, and then he looked good there, and then the rest is history. So yeah, it didn't work for us. But yeah, go on back.
My point is that's another one that Dougie's dug out. No,
we're gonna. Yeah. How about
the list? Yeah, go on.
I got my list: Erdo Rakip, Jaroslav Slyak, Victor Camarasa, Cenk Tosun, Nathan Ferguson. I mean,
what's the hit rate?
Because I can bring my list now. If you want.
No. And we all know, D. Of course, he has had many great ones, but
exactly. So he's gonna positive when it comes down to it.
But can you say that about any director of football?
What was that?
Yeah.
He said that about any director of football because
Exactly,
you know,
that's what I'm
you
saying,
look
yeah,
across
like-
any club, so don't quote him for doing stuff for everybody
Yeah,
else.
Patrick.
No,
you heard Nick. Yeah,
it's not
quoting him for 3
coating.
players.
It's not coating it. It's just pointing out a fact that D's favorite comment is Dougie doesn't miss.
Yeah,
And
because there's context
which is-
behind it. Overall, he doesn't miss. When you look at his transfers in, he does. His misses are rare. Like he doesn't miss like that.
Your phrase should say Dougie does a lot more good than bad. That what you should say, and that would be fair.
Yeah, but
It just
I mean,
doesn't
that's-
sound as good, right? Dougie don't miss sounds like real cool, doesn't it?
Dougie is above average.
like if we're being realistic about the situation, of course every team is going to miss on a few players. Fulham, by the way, they've re-signed Willian again. He's gone back to Fulham. Yeah, exactly, which is crazy. I don't know how old he is now, but like when it comes down to Dougie and his transfers, of course everyone misses. Like you can't have 100% perfect, but I wouldn't put him in that category of Dougie misses. Like he's not 50-50. I feel like if he's like 50-50, then you can be like, but he rarely misses. Like I would.
What was that about Dougie's misses?
He has more hits than misses. He has much more hits than misses.
But contextually,
really bad about him.
A club like us can't miss a lot, right? Would you agree with that part though? Because the way that we operate, we can't miss a lot. Is that fair?
We could if our recruitment was bad. But Dougie's added this thing where we don't miss a lot, so it's all good. Like imagine we didn't have Dougie and someone else, and we had more misses than hits. I don't know if we're even here talking about our Premier League position because look at Elise, Eze, Walton, Munoz, Gahey, Anderson. Like there's a lot of players. Mateta. There's a lot of players that he's brought in. So the Fergusons or the Edwards and the Hamadas, you just brush that aside. That's just part of the game.
All right. So, all right. Can I throw out then? All right. It's early.
Barely misses. It's such
early
a positive.
though. It's early though, because can I throw back at you, Edward and Ketia Kamada as not being good?
Well, Kamada's already missed. I mean,
I'm asking.
Ketia and Kamada are missed.
I'm asking. Is it okay?
No,
okay, fair.
They're not.
Fair
They're
enough.
not. They're not right now because you didn't want to say Mateta was a miss, and then he worked out right.
Well, he was.
Was Kamada more Glasner than I'd
exactly? Yeah,
Kamada was more Glasner than Friedman.
Yeah,
that's fair. And Ketia is 100% Friedman, right? Because he's chasing for like 5 years. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair as well. But let's see what happens with Ketia. The season has
I like the way you say it. You say context matters, and you're absolutely right. I can't disagree with that. Context does matter, 100%.
Yeah. So let's see. There's about 45 minutes left, by the way, and we still haven't signed. Well, officially announced the left wing back.
Whole City have signed a Peruvian international. I've always wanted a Peruvian to play for Palace. What's the most obscure country? Not that any country is obscure, but what's the most random country that a player who's played for Palace has represented?
Turkey.
That's obscure. I said obscure, not strange.
That's a great question.
I've been watching Turkish language films set in Istanbul.
Is it?
Great question.
Yeah.
No?
I don't even know. Chat, let us know. Let me bring up. I don't know. I need to search it out. Also, there's nearly 300 of you here. Let's see how many likes we're on, people. Of course, whenever there's any updates, we'll bring them. Players coming in and players leaving. Right now, Rob Holding has been confirmed. Jaden Raymond's been confirmed to leave the club. Jeffrey Schlupp, we're waiting on an announcement. Medical's done. And then with the incoming, we're basically waiting on Ben Chilwell. So, yeah, that's the
thinking about it, at least we're not panic buying.
We're on 220.
Perhaps. I mean, the Chilwell thing, really, I haven't had my say on this.
Wouldn't you say
it's a nasty taste in my mouth? It really does. I don't want any more Chelsea players. They've all right. We've had some good. I mean, Gallagher, his goal against Brighton. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was fantastic for us. We got him into the England team. We got Gallagher into the England team.
I think this was a. Wouldn't you say this is like a panic buy? Ben Chilwell. It's not buy. It's on loan. But wouldn't you say it's a panic loan? Because of the fact that we'll link with Diouf, and then all of a sudden we're bringing in Ben Chilwell, who's been out of the Chelsea squad. He's been wanted out, by the way, for a few years, and no one's. Well, I think last summer they didn't want him as well, and now Palace again.
Is it a loan with option to buy, or is it just a loan for a few weeks?
It's a loan again. just alone.
And at least
And
he
you know how
can't
that
get
is.
recalled.
What was that?
At least he can't get recalled.
Yeah, I know. But as we were talking about, left wing back.
Oh, I stop there. I just want to. That where you went, I know. I would just want to sample that and put it into Murder on the Dance Floor. Do you know that song just before she sings the chorus?
Yeah, I do know
definitely
the song.
gonna
I do know the song, but I don't know how your head went from here to there.
Because it sounded like Sophie Ellis-Bextor, man.
I don't know how that did, but you can sample it. I'll send you the audio footage of the stream, and I'll send you the time code as well. But yeah, I do think Chilwell is more of like a panic buy more than anything. But let's see. Let him get announced, and then we can.
I love the way you started.
Oh
off.
yeah. This is fair.
Yeah.
Solly from Sierra Leone. I think that probably wins it. Who else is there? Who can beat that? Because I think that's winning it right now. Solly Kai, Sierra Leone.
Emmanuel Adebayor from Burkina Faso. Did you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Adebayor from Burkina Faso.
Is that more? Okay, maybe. Sorry, Nick.
They're very similar. I
love the way I said it was a panic loan. You said, "Oh no, it isn't," and then by the end you said, "Yeah, it is a panic loan." And Lou was saying that as well about you earlier.
No, I didn't say it wasn't. I've literally said it's a panic loan all along the stream. Maybe you must have misunderstood me, but it is. It's more of like a panic sign. It's a cop out. It's not. Why would I say it is and it isn't in like 2 minutes? I literally gave you the point. I said, is it not a panic loan because of the fact that what we're doing?
Maybe
this is a player that's not wanted by anyone else. It is a panic loan, but it can still come good if everything falls in our place. Adebayor. Yeah, Adebayor from Togo. Patrick. Not working enough.
My bad.
But
My bad.
Yeah. So potentially. I don't think DR Congo is that. I think Sierra Leone probably wins it because there's been a few players. Who was it? The Brighton player, Loa.
That was your nickname a while ago, wasn't it? During the World Cup, DR Congo.
DR Congo.
How about Israel? Is Israel obscure enough for footballing wise or no?
We haven't had any Israeli players, have we?
Yeah, we have. Isaac Zohar, right? Nick would know that, right?
Yeah,
we have.
No, I think Sierra Leone wins it. I think Sierra Leone, they win it.
What about Wales? That's quite a strange country at times.
You said obscure, not
yeah, I'm pretty sure
we used to have loads, didn't we? Kit Simons was a Wales player.
I remember that. I know there's someone Welsh.
Joe Ledley.
Yeah, Joe Ledley. Well, he was in a Celtic squad that beat Barcelona, right? And they had like 18% possession. I remember. When we signed him, I was very excited because I was like, damn, man, we got a Champions League player. It was good for us, though. It was all right.
We're getting one in about an hour too. What's wrong? We get another Champions League.
Exactly. We're getting another one, and we're getting rid of a Premier League winner. So
Tim Sales in the chat has said that Paul Bowden was Welsh, and if anybody looks at my Blue Sky account, I randomly thought of Paul Bowden earlier, and I posted about it. So Welsh, I don't know why I thought of Paul Bowden, but he was more Swindon than Palace, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Not Palace. Axel Disasi is going to Aston Villa.
I can't lie. His name is up in such a way. Axel Disaster. Like he's been that for Chelsea. Like he's so bad for me to say, but he has been a disaster. I don't know about that though.
Where was Stern John from?
Stern John.
Trinidad and Tobago. My wife's country.
Trinidad and Tobago. We've had some interesting lists of players. I can go to Helmsdale online and they got like lists of every single Palace player that's played for a football club in its history. And the database is funny because some of the players you're like, damn, like they've played for Palace. We could go through that. Unless, by the way, actually, before we do that, is there any questions about transfer related or anything else? Put a Q and a dot before it. We'll answer it. There's nearly 300 of you here. As I said, we're waiting on two big news at this point. Well, I say big in terms of the context. Schlupp being announced and Chilwell being announced. Other than that, everyone else. Rob Holding has left the football club. Jaden Raymond has. Teo Admirola as well. So we've had more outgoings, but these are players that weren't going to contribute anyway. So there's no major surprise there. Yeah, we are still signing someone. Chilwell is not announced, and it should be announced, but we know who we sport. So let's just wait.
36 minutes left.
Yeah, let's just wait for it to be announced. Can you lot see this?
Yeah.
There's a lot of players. There's a lot, like, of course, Patrick, you'll know, but
you are cheeky. I tell you, you are a cheeky little son. 1954. Are you joking?
How?
Seriously, I wasn't born in 54.
Oh, sorry.
You are.
What about Nick? Jack Alderson?
What's that? I can't see it.
We did this last time. We did this last stream. Like, we talked about some old players. Like, I thought we did this before. At the end
So
of
who do you know? Who do you know from here?
Have you had this bit on your show plan, DR? Come on, be honest.
No. I didn't, but I do enjoy it.
You're like all these bits you're showing on screen. It's like the kids at school when they first discovered swooshes in PowerPoint. You're just like everything. I've got to bring this up.
Well, it's like there's players that we might even forget about. That could be on this list. Jonathan Benteke, remember him?
Wait, go back up. Go up a little bit. Go up a little bit. Pierre Bartram. Up to Pierre Bartram. I remember him.
Pierre Bartram.
I actually remember this guy right here. I remember him. Pierre Bartram.
Okay. How was he?
First really started watching Pat. I think he's from. Is that what flag is that? Is that Danish?
Yeah.
Click on it for a second.
From Denmark.
Is it Danish?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
he's from Denmark. He's got a 4.25 rating. So I don't think he performed well. I don't know how the ratings are even calculated.
Broski, he scored 3 goals in 12 games. That's not.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
One in 4.
Yeah.
Alan Birchnell.
I remember him. He didn't play that much. Yeah.
Mel Blythe. Remember Mel Blythe a lot. I remember Mel Blythe.
What about Algeria, D, for obscure countries?
I think Sierra Leone wins it. I don't think you can really. Yeah.
Why? Sierra Leone ain't that obscure.
Algeria can, yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It depends.
Who plays for Algeria, Pat?
Sully Kaika is just a good shout.
Algeria. Who was Algeria?
Go back in time.
I know. In fact, they follow us on Twitter.
Oh, Rashid Harkouk.
Yeah, well done.
Well, there's. I thought you were talking about
Rash the Bash.
What's his name? Not Guardiola, but Guardiola.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the midfielder. Yeah, Forest. Yeah.
He follows us on Twitter. He's got 1 million followers. I don't know why he follows back at the next.
Does he? 1 million followers? Wow.
Yeah. He's quite big in Algeria. Look, he's quite big.
Okay.
He's actually quite big in Algeria. He follows back at the nest on Twitter. We've actually got a few people. We've got Barry Bannon also. I mean, there are interviews to be made. There's interviews to be made just right there. Like there's quite a few people.
Yeah.
He's still killing it at Sheffield Wednesday, Barry Bannon.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well.
He's doing really well for him. He's well respected.
Yeah.
How old is he now? Remember the goal he scored for us against Hull?
Got to be like 34, right?
And that was on the Holloway, right? When Barry Bannon scored a goal.
It was. Oh, was it? Was it
Pulis was in the stands.
Yeah, coming in.
Yeah. Oh, it might be. No, I don't think Holloway was there. I think he might have left by then. But it was Keith Millen that was running the whole game.
Interim, between the two managers, yeah.
Barry Bannon
30 something.
Huh?
35. Wow. 35. Wow.
Yeah, it's 35 years old. It's still, yeah.
Patrick, who was the last player you can remember that was still playing football that was older than you? Personally, I think it was Teddy Sheringham. Was the only player left in the Premier League older than me.
Wait, hold on a second. That's a strange question. A player.
So I was 37. He was 38.
Got you. Okay, I understand now.
Whilst you're thinking about that, let me go through some questions. The dog saying,
"Yeah, okay, got you. Go ahead."
Sorry, have you got your answer?
Yeah, I was like Ian Wright and Mark Bright are like 5 years older than me. I remember them playing in the playing field. So yeah, probably those two.
Yeah, there's a lot of players older than me. So I mean,
I don't want to go. Your oldest days.
I don't want to. I don't want to go through the list. The dog saying, "What should we do with Mark in the summer?" I don't think we'll miss him that much. Well, I think what we do with Mark in the summer is that if he doesn't sign a contract extension, he's gone. The question is, how much does it go for?
As much as possible.
As much as possible. But Patrick was saying, how much?
I never gave a number.
You did. Don't let me bring up the WhatsApp chat.
Oh, in the WhatsApp chat, yeah, different, but not in here.
Oh, so yeah, okay. So how much do you think Gay he will go for?
60 to 70 million.
Are you serious? In the
and I'll say it why. I'll say it now because Spurs today offered, well, this weekend offered 55 plus 15 in add-on, so 70. So if Spurs are in it, we know that Chelsea will be back in for him. We know Liverpool will probably be back in for him, especially if Virgil van Dijk doesn't come back. And as Lou says, because Lou knows ball, then you've got all the European countries, like you got countries in Spain, Italy, Germany, Bayern Munich could come in for him. I think you think it's not going to go for that much. You're dreaming. You're dreaming. Last year the contract or not, the guy is going to be England international, top class player in his. He's born in 2000. He's going to be 25 this year. Yeah, he's.
But then they didn't have no bidding war this summer. There was nothing like that this summer. Of course, he has.
I didn't want to really sell him either. We didn't want to sell him. I mean, I don't care. I don't think we don't think we want to sell him. We weren't prepared to really sell him. I know what you're saying is it was only Newcastle, but I think if it had become a bidding war at the right number, Parish would have caved in. But it's hard to lose Olise, Gahey in the same window because we had this guy. Remember we talked about these? But I'm saying that. But Anderson wouldn't have left if Gahey had left. Remember, we took that.
I'd rather Anderson leave than Gahey. Because that was down in favor. Bringing Lukra, he's younger. Yeah, I have no complaints about that.
It worked out great.
I don't know. I don't think that much. I think around £50 million. All
right.
I think there's going to be a limit. I think there will be a limit because teams will.
With Sarr there, Sarr there, and Eze on the other wing, and a incredible striker. Have we come out better that way? Because I know last year we were talking about either losing Gay or Olise, and we wouldn't leave it both. It's turned out we've lost Olise. Would we have gained more if we'd kept him and lost Gay, do you think? I know it's hypothetical, or have we come off because we've...
Olise?
Better
that's what I wanted. That was my dream scenario. I was actually debating this with Patrick. I was saying I'm open to losing Gahey in the summer if we kept Eze and Olise because I think with centre back replacements,
I agree with that. 100%.
Yeah, with centre back replacements, I think we're fine. Like we haven't really, saying that. I mean, we need.
Well, look at where we are now. We've got Sarr in that position, and Sarr's just incredible. He's really coming in.
Olise, I'm sorry, he's a much better player than Ismail Sarr. Like Olise, if we had Olise right now, we're in a much better position. I think.
Yeah. I agree, and the thing is though, listen, the release clause made it impossible to keep the kid. He wasn't, and it's not like we had a choice. So it's an interesting discussion. But Olise was never going to say this summer. He was always going to go because once that was triggered, unless he said like he did the first time, I don't want to go. He was always going to leave. So
I'll never forget, man. I remember where I was. I was in DR, and I was just laying down on the beach.
You did a video, bro. You did a video on it. Remember, like YouTube, you posted a video, Olise. Remember when he did the extension? Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, we can look it up. You did a video from the boat.
I remember. No, I remember. I was in DR
with the boat. I have a picture of you. You did a video. Uploaded a video of the announcement. You remember?
What is the video out there? What? I genuinely don't remember that.
Let me find it.
Me in DR.
Yes, let me find it. Go keep talking. Let me find it.
Because I remember I was literally sitting down, where it was nice. Hey, life was nice around then. It was around June. It was around June, late June, and then I see he's rejected Chelsea, and I was like, yes. And then a few minutes later, they dropped the bomb. I was going Bayern Munich. I was like, come on. Like a few minutes later, they straight away announced to go Bayern Munich. But I can't remember doing a video, bro. I've done a video on Olise. There's no way I've done a video on Olise. But let's move on to the next question whilst Patrick's trying to find it. What was it? Go on, Patrick. Go on, Nick. Sorry, was you going to say something?
I was going to ask you and ask the people in the chat. What do you think our erstwhile manager is going to say about the window in his presser on Friday?
I don't think he's going to say anything bad.
And how do you think he's really feeling? I know this is again. It's
well, it depends how he views Ben Chilwell. Because I saw somewhere that he's happy with Ben Chilwell. So because he's got Premier League experience. So if he's happy with Chilwell, then I don't think he's gonna be too upset. Romanese and Chilwell, but maybe centre back, he might have an issue with that. But I think, yeah, he wanted 2 players going into the window. Circumstances change, but yeah, I don't think he'll be too upset. But yeah, no, I wasn't in Turkey. I was in Turkey before I went to DR, Dominican Republic. I was in Dominican Republic. So I wasn't definitely in Turkey, or at least I think. But Patrick, I don't think that's true. I don't think I've done a video. I don't think I've done a video.
You did a video from a boat. What was that for? You did a video when you were somewhere like on an occasion. You were on a boat, and you.
I wasn't on a boat. That was on my sister's wedding day, and that's when we signed.
Oh, okay, my bad. That was it. Yeah, my bad. Okay,
yeah, that's when we signed France. That's when we signed France.
Yeah,
I was on the balcony. I was in Istanbul.
Yeah, I remember. It was a nice picture. It looked really
beautiful. Yeah. I had my suit on, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See, you can't question my commitment. Yeah, I still done a reaction to it.
That was the one.
I still done a reaction to it. But yeah, I didn't do anything on Elise because I remember.
No, that was it. That was the one I was thinking.
We didn't do Palace news for a while because I was just relaxed, man. I was like, I'm not talking about any news. So yeah, I was there. Jeff saying, I doubt Glasner is upset. Not like all these deals transpired or didn't behind his back.
Yeah. Go ahead. You read that one. Because no, that question I was looking up. I think it's a good question, Nick. But like Lou's been saying, he's a very straight talking manager. He knows what he got himself into. I don't think he's going to be upset and say it out loud. Yes, he did say, he made the comment, I want the players in early, etc. But again, we do not sign Eze or Chilwell without him wanting those players. Yeah, he probably wanted a centre back. I get that, but I don't think anyway he's going to be upset. And if he's upset, he'll let you know. But I think he's pretty straight talking. He's not gonna not answer a question. If you ask him on Friday, you happy with the window? He'll tell you. He's not gonna lie about it. So we'll find out. So it's a good.
And when do we need him to sign a new contract?
Yeah, I think after this, that needs to be our focus.
Yesterday, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that needs to be our focus. I was thinking about that as well, but I think with the transfer window being open, I don't think the time is now. But after this one, yeah, let's get it sorted before the summer. Lewis Kirby saying, do you think it's worth dipping into the free transfer market? The question is who's available and what do we need to dip for? If we buy a Chilwell, then that's the left wing back. So centre back.
I saw a list. There's like players like Daniel Amate's in there. They're all like in their 30s. The centre backs are available. I saw someone posted it somewhere. So I don't think it's necessary. I mean, again, we have to hope that we don't get an injury, because if we get an injury, we're going to be
Van Aanholt on the list.
Oh, don't do that. Don't go there.
Never Ferguson's on the list.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ferguson's on the list. Yeah, it's actually sad. I don't like laughing about his situation. He's young, and it's not easy. Trust me. When you all your life you've been in that football environment, in that football bracket, and it's still at a young age, it's like, yeah, it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. Should we watch old Back of the Nest videos? See some crazy takes. we could do whilst this getting announced. Glasner signs a deal if you're back in fully in the summer. Otherwise, he may as well run the contract down and have his.
People said that about January window. People said that about the window last summer.
What January window?
This window.
Oh, I don't think he was walking from this window.
Oh, maybe on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, it'll be very hard for him to walk
again. To be clear, like Lou, like we always say, is that he'll have an opportunity to go somewhere. Like Dee said, last summer he could have gone to Bayern Munich, and they hired who they hire again? The Man City player. Who's the Bayern Munich manager now?
Vincent
Company, right? Okay, they hired Company, but we all know that he had a chance to get that job. So. Listen, unless you're deluded, we all know a bigger club will come in for Glasner at some point and he will leave. So instead of worrying about him leaving, let's just enjoy him while he's here, because I'm telling you right now, he's going to leave. Steve Coppell left. I mean, the best man, they leave. They always leave. So I know what you're saying. Let's back him, blah, blah, blah. But let's just enjoy him while he's here, because he is going to leave. He's a very good manager. Let's just hope that when he does leave, we get another good manager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm not. I know what you mean, Patrick, but I'm being delusional, and I'm right now as a first manager. I don't want to stress myself about Glasner leaving right now.
I get it.
You know what's funny? I'm looking at previous videos.
And this is true. Couple left 3 times. Andy, you're right. He left us 3 times. So there's that. Yeah. So.
Can you not see this? Like some of these scores and some of these games, like do you not even remember it? Like Ian Chase steps up.
I put them on. I put the watch-alongs on when I can't sleep. Let's put it that way. Especially the Hodgson years. The Hodgson.
You're in some of those watch. Well,
I know exactly.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you because some of these games and the watch-alongs, especially the watch-alongs under Hodgson, oh my, like we basically didn't have a shot in some of these. I don't know how we done a watch-along.
The middle 80 minutes of the Brighton match where we won it right at the end and we barely had a touch.
Yeah, look at this. Texas futures uncertain. Texas futures have been uncertain for ages, it feels like. Look, Eddie Nketiah, number 1 target.
No. Look, Chris Francis, agreement reached. Remember we did that one, me and you, Chris Francis.
Where?
Back in the Red Bridge.
Oh. Chris Francis. Yeah,
that one.
Me and you. Look. Here's
me and you. Chris bloody Francis. That's mad.
That is funny. Chris Francis.
Doesn't YouTube go into an infinite loop if you play a YouTube video on a live YouTube broadcast?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Club hopeful. Oh, this is the Zaha summer. Is 60 million enough for Gay to leave? Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, we were linked with him, remember?
Yeah.
We were linked with him.
Who's done that Roy Hodgson graphic? Go up a little bit. Are
you happy with the Hodgson appointment? Hey, certain people.
No. We were not happy. Don't you dare put that on. Look at me. I look so happy. Look how happy
Let's see some of the comments. Let's see some of you frauds in the chat right now who were happy. Let's see who's in the chat right now that were happy with Roy Hodgson. I know we've got a lot of new subscribers. But yeah, this is a throwback. Let's look at the comments.
Don't do it, man. That was.
Oh, Patrick.
Oh yeah, wait. Go back. Look. Go back. For God's sake, Patrick is so negative.
Yeah.
Oh, that is funny. That's brilliant. I
love that. Even look at me on my days, man. My hair was a mess. Great. Balogun linked with us as well. I remember that. Mateta was close at some points to leaving based on reports. Oh my days, this could have gone very south. Manager Hunt update and Steve Cooper's there. Oh, I remember those days.
Go.
And Nosferatu's just been remade, hasn't it?
Who?
Oh, be nice. It's
Graham Potter. Yeah, he was linked as well. Lerma. There was a few like Lerma ones. I want to keep going back. I'm sorry, unless the chat doesn't want to see this, but there's a lot of whilst it's happening. Oh yeah, Tim was the Hodgson's #1 fan. He was.
100% he was. 100%.
Yeah,
Big up to Tim. Big up to Tim. Big up.
He was. Adi Hatta. Yeah. Now he's at Monaco. And funny enough, Glasner actually copied Adi Hatta's tactics in set pieces against Arsenal. Because Adi Hatta, he had 3 players pushing up. In that game that we played in the Carabao Cup, he referenced Adi Hatta. It's like we live in a simulation.
Good point. Like FM 25.
Our manager referenced Adi Hatta. Who is this? Wesley Awad.
So you guys did some wild streams, you and T.
What? Who is Wesley Awad? Are they part of the academy right now?
No idea.
What? The director of academy, is he? Because I think he's a scout. Oh, he is.
He's currently there now.
I'm looking at his LinkedIn. I'm trying to. No.
We'll have scrolled to Alan Smith.
No.
Chilwell is announced. Well done, Ben.
He says that he's at Tottenham. It was Chilwell announced. He's not announced, is he? No, he's not announced. No, but this is like who's. I have to log in. But apparently, yeah. Well, he's a director of academy.
What does your LinkedIn say, D? Just out of interest, and just
I don't use my LinkedIn. I don't use LinkedIn. I think I'll be honest. I think it's one of the cringiest things out there. I genuinely can't stand LinkedIn. It's bad, but I don't use LinkedIn. How many points will we get in our next 10 games with Hodgson? Serginho Dest. We could have got him right wing back before Mino.
Right back, but yeah, he's a wing back actually. He's actually right wing back.
Vieira sacked. Oh my days! This was a dark day for me. 3 hours.
That was
3-0.
my. I was so depressed that day. I
Oh
was
my!
unbelievably depressed.
So this was before we faced Arsenal. Yeah, we lost 4-1 because I remember I
Yeah.
was doing the preview and I was driving. Oh my days! That day,
Yeah, I was at that match, and that was
That was
when
when
Paddy
was in charge.
McCarthy was
Yeah,
manager.
yeah. I remember though when he got sacked. It was a dark day because I you know why? Because I felt like we didn't back him in certain positions as well, and also he had an awful running. He had an awful running from January to when he got sacked. Like it was terrible. We faced top 10 clubs all along. Reece Nelson. Why are we struggling to score? Why are we struggling to score?
D, where is Reece Nelson? Where did he go? Is he at Fulham?
Yeah.
He's not playing though, is he?
He is. He's on loan at Fulham. I think he comes off the bench. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I watched the game. I don't see him play. Okay.
That was crazy though. We done a 3-hour stream on Vieira getting sacked. Those were like, oh my days. Those were the dark days. Elisa nominated Andre Ayew to Palace.
Okay.
Oh, Sacha Bowie.
Sacha Bowie, right wing back.
Yeah. How'd you write?
Zaha
to Barcelona. We lost 4-0 to Spurs, 2-1 to Southampton in FA Cup. Damn. Should we be worried? There is darker days than this. Trust me, people. We're going into the darkest of days. Dougie Friedman signed a new deal. Look at Patrick. He's over the moon. Flipping hell. I don't even want to put out video. Look at my hair. On my beard. I look like I'm 55 years old.
I'm a massive Ducky fan, so I was so happy that day.
Yeah. We done a what? Why on earth did we do a watch along on Bristol Rovers versus Palace under 21s? Like
me and you know. Why are we doing that? Why did we do that? I remember that.
EFL trophy.
Oh, EFL trophy game. Yeah, because it was okay. I don't know why we did it though. I guess content.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we watched along for that, but didn't do a watch along for the game after. It went all the way back here. But we didn't do a watch along for the game after, which was a Premier League game. But we done it for EFL trophy, Palace under 21s. That is just
How many people watched that one day?
I'll try to find it. We've done a lot of streams, man. We could definitely do more. 100%. We'll watch alongs and stuff. But we have done a lot of streams.
I think next transfer window we should stretch it out to 5 hours. To be honest.
Oh, the last one we nearly did. So remember, what was waiting for Chalobah to be announced. I think
Chalobah was announced, right? Chalobah went.
Yeah, on deadline day. Right? Last deadline day was busy. This deadline day, we're waiting on Ben Chilwell and Jeffrey Schlupp to leave the football club. That's what we're waiting on right now. Read Awards update. Oh, we interviewed Molly Sharp. I think I was in Turkey around that time. Back at the nest. Live match reaction. Patrick's there. This is the start of the Vieira era, right? Chelsea. No. Yeah, when we lost it. No, that's FA Cup semi-final. Oh, my days. Vieira overthought that game. Can we now admit it?
100%.
Can we now admit it? He overthought it. He went to a back three when we never played in a back three under Vieira. And he had Joe Ward. Hold on. What did he have again? Joe Ward as a right wing back. He had Elisa on the bench. Jeez. Like, it was a horror show. Patrick Bamford. Oh, he played for Leeds. We had a lot of Nick, remember the watch-alongs? And this is lockdown. Where we done the Brighton game. Remember the Brighton game? Nathaniel Klein returns to Klein has been at the club 4 years now.
Do you want the lineup for that Chelsea game?
Yeah, hold up. I think there's been an announcement on a player on an outgoing. Let me just double check this, and then we can talk about the lineup on the Chelsea game. Hold up, has it been announced? No, it hasn't been announced. Schlupp hasn't been announced, has he? Where's it been announced?
No, it's just said he's had a medical ahead of signing.
Which one? Which one was this? Get this man out of my club. Who was that for? Who did you say get this man out of my club for? Well, it must be Roy. It must be Roy. It must be Roy.
I mean, who else is it?
One of the Roy streams. Yeah. He hasn't been announced.
Roy. It had to be Roy. So the lineup
was either that or you, D.
Was Butland in goal. Back three of Gahey, Anderson, Kouyaté. Wing backs. This is mad, by the way. Wing backs. MacArthur and Ward. Which no, it's Mitchell.
No.
Mitchell Ward. They have it wrong here. Mitchell Ward.
Yeah, Ward is the
MacArthur,
crazy one. Yeah.
Right. Schlupp and MacArthur central midfield. Zaha, Eze at the 10 and Mateta up front. On the bench, Ayew, Benteke, Olise, Milivojevic, Guaita, Tompkins, Kelly, Klein, and Edward. And Olise came in and at 72nd minute. So that was he messed that up big time. Big time. That didn't make no sense.
It's not even the players that he started. I mean, Elise should have started. It's the fact that he tried to match their system. He just overthought it. He never played that system, and you're going to play that in the FA Cup semi-final.
Patrick,
Right.
I know you've got a lot of time and you're retired. Are you going to be watching that live transfer window from, is that 5 years ago? Are you going to watch that one? The very last one on DR's list there. Scroll up again.
Go back up. Go back a bit. I want to see how long it lasts for.
Which one?
How long is it?
The very last video. How long ago was that?
Which 5 years ago?
It's 5 years. So look, we got Scott Banks, Cenk Tosun.
Oh, Charles, zoom in.
Yeah, that was rumors. Nathan Ferguson, interesting, didn't come.
Did he come after then?
He came later on. Yeah, he came later on.
We got rid of.
Wow, what a window! You think this one is bad? We got Scott Banks and Cenk Tosun, and this is bad.
Window where the
only about 5 years ago. There's about 5 years.
We were on live, me and Hambo, for 3 hours. And at 1 minute past midnight, we got Kevin Doyle.
I just know, you know what I want to find? I really want to find. I just remember the time where we had, where it was City away or something, and it was so dreadful. Like I just need to find that, man. I need to find Man City away watch along, because I remember being in that stream. It was me, Patrick, and I think it was Hambo. This one.
The worst stream is the 7-0 game. The worst
7-0 game.
Yeah,
7-0. Oh my days!
I didn't do that one.
4K is a lot. 4 years ago, we barely had any subscribers. 4K. It was all Liverpool fans. Hold on, there must be someone in the comment section with the timestamps. Oh my days! Let's look at this.
All the goals. Look at that. My days. See your reaction. Let me see your
reaction. You all want me? I just quickly listen to it.
Zaha hat-trick incoming.
Yeah, let's quickly Zaha hat-trick incoming. Luca is a liability. Oh, that is funny. Should we quickly listen to it or no? You don't want to?
Yeah, go ahead, please. I gotta hear you.
Let's go on mute so it doesn't echo. Hold up.
Panic in the defense, which has been a feature.
You not hear it? Oh no, because I'm not sharing the.
See, we'll see it.
Hold up, let me do it again. I had to share the audio whilst doing it. That was I was mad. 100% was mad. Who am I going to be happy? We lost 7-0.
Line.
Like,
and then Clay was not in the right position to block. Really, really poor.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can.
We talked about it. How are we going to change it?
Well, we're going to change it. It's the game's done after 2 minutes. We might as well end the watch along.
Don't focus on Klopp. I do.
You can't hear
2 minutes. He said game's over. 2 minutes.
You said that. Oh yeah.
Oh, that was too easy though. That was too easy.
Yeah, we could see it in the second.
Way too easy. Mark, who says it? Christmas present for Liverpool.
We can't hear it.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
Who's at fault there? I don't know where to start. What was Cahill doing? All right, cool. You're going to plan.
Let's go 6-0. Why not? Oh, Patrick's here.
6-0.
I jumped on. I remember I came on late.
This is embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
Corner.
Someone told me.
There are your points. Points, Hambo. There are your points, Hambo.
These are 6-0.
I can't even take solid.
I know B's here.
Because that's a corner. How are you not marking Mo Salah in the middle of the box?
Not saying
a corner. How are you not marking him?
I need to listen.
I don't understand. I don't understand how you can do that.
Being said around that time.
I mean, Jesus, drop the whole lot of them and the manager. I mean, look, it is. Look at that.
Embarrassed.
What am I saying?
Embarrassed. All of them.
What am I saying?
You said
they're embarrassed. He's embarrassed for all of them.
Oh, okay, cool.
Me, I didn't even care. I was immune to anything Hutch could do at that point. I didn't care anymore.
I'm gonna write Man City. I didn't care. I want to go to the Man City watch on because that game we literally had 0 shots on target. I remember it was one of the most depressed. I need to bring up, if I'm bringing that up, I need to bring up the
The Brighton game where we had one touch in the box. Like, watch. We had
the
one.
Benteke one or the Mateta one or the same one?
It was the Benteke one. Remember when Benteke had we had that one shot and it was like literally destroying us all game.
Is that when what's the name threw the water ball? When the manager threw the water ball? Potter. Same one.
Maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, there was definitely a watch along, unless you got removed. Jeez, man. They were happy, man. Brighton happy. I didn't know what to do again when 1-0 down. That sounds like Roy Hodgson 4 years ago. Didn't know what to do again after 1-0 down. That is funny. Crystal Palace's season's over. What did we learn? 2 years ago? It was actually a good season. Remember, Nick, Vieira's first season. How did it go? Why did it go wrong? Why did it go wrong?
We had a run of horrendous games, and he played. Was he not playing Eze or playing Eze in the wrong position? Something wasn't right with.
Oh, he wasn't playing Eze. He wasn't playing Eze.
Eze just came back from the injury though. He hasn't fully recovered from that injury. Man, he was injured the year before. Remember? So it's not like he was.
Then we went from the sublime to the ridiculous of putting players on in when we're 3-0 down with 10 minutes to go, who've just come back from injury, and fucking put them out. So that Palace fans can't see this person is obviously moving on at the end of the season. I still hate Roy for that.
If Roy's staying, the board needs to back him. Yeah, they do.
But we're always saying the board needs to back him, back whoever's the manager. They never do.
But they didn't really back Roy, did they, though? Like, do we feel like he got backed? Because I saw even a graphic. One window, we only brought in James McCarthy.
I agree he wasn't back, but I didn't want to back him. If you back him, he stays.
And I think the board didn't want to back him as well.
I agree. I agree. He was never really truly backed.
They were in the comfort zone.
Of all the managers, we backed Vieira a lot. Obviously, that first window, probably more than any manager. We backed this manager a little bit, but I wouldn't. There's no point to backing Roy Hodgson. It was never. I'm sorry. What are you backing him for? To stay up?
Yeah. And I think that was the mentality around it because it was like, we're going to stay up.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it. So. We're going to stay up, so we don't need to. What are you talking about here, Patrick? Live match.
Well, are we not doing the same thing this window?
No, because we're still trying to bring in Ben Chilwell. But
no, I know, but we're bringing in Chilwell because if
I'm putting Romanese as well.
That's a big crack in our team. If left wing back goes, we're shagged.
Yeah, but
so that's why they've had to do it. It's been more necessity than anything else. But it's not been all. Let's be aspirational. Let's try and get some players in here that if Gay goes, we can bed in. All right, I know Riyadh was unfortunate with the injury, and Chalobah was always just going to be a loan anyway. Fucking 8 loans.
Yeah, the centre back situation, I think you can't even discuss that. It was a one-off, the whole Chalobah Riyadh. But I think you're right. The wing back situation should have been addressed better. Romanese, to me, is a major benefit because he's a young 19-year-old left-footed number 10. It's a great. What are you looking at? Oh no!
Mute your TV though. What's going on, people? Welcome to another watch along. I'm Dino, joined by Hammer on this one. Right.
You know, listen, I'm so done with Hodgson at this point. I'm just so frustrated. I don't understand if you're gonna rotate the squad. And I love Jay McCarthy. Give him a rest to put Jarrow in there.
I don't know how we're going to possess the ball
with Luka, MacArthur, and McCarthy in the middle. I don't see how we're going to get any part of that ball. I know what Luka does. Luka screens the back four. I know what MacArthur does. He's energetic. He creates stuff. But what does McCarthy do?
Schlupp and Ben Chilwell.
Gyro's
he's been so. I'll be honest. Last game, what was it against Wolves? He was poor, but before the injury, he was actually solid. And I don't know how. You know what? McCarthy said this so close, but he was solid. So unless it returns back to that form, then it might be worthwhile. But Gyro is still the better player over him. As you said, it doesn't make any sense to have 3 players in midfield and not in.
You're talking about Gyro being a better midfielder of McCarthy and somebody. I think maybe Luka. But Gyro's the best midfielder. That's what you're talking about. Imagine that. That was your discussion. Gyro's the best midfielder of our midfield 3. That was what you're talking about. And you were very passionate about it.
Your best backs. Gyro midfielders right on the line because we won't go out there. So that pass is always on.
But look, Hambo, you saw it there as well. Look, they're literally, look how far we're going, and we're still not pressuring them. They're not shit. They are a good side. They're going to pick out them passes. So there's only...
Yeah. We didn't even score a goal. City playing a lot of high balls.
The best part of that was that I kept changing my background to be like in different parts of the stadium. I would keep changing my background all the time.
That is crazy. Oh
yeah, I kept changing. I was bored.
You went back to Sellers Park.
Yeah, so this game's over. I'm going back to Sellers Park because being at the City Ground, whatever it's called, what is it called? It was a waste. Etihad, sorry, it was a waste of time. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm gone. So
yeah, Etihad.
Did you buy a proper green screen and everything for that?
I actually did. I did. That was back when you had to have a green screen to work. So.
I can't wait to retire and do these old crockety things and have time to do it.
Are we going to sign this guy? We've got like 2 minutes left. Are we going to sign this guy before the deadline?
We better. The paperwork and you know, Palace, they scare me at times. Like
Chelsea have sold Shalom.
1 minute left. We've got 1 minute left to the window shut.
Are we serious right now? We're going to actually not sign him or not announce him?
We are. Yeah, no. Well, we can still sign him. The announcement is different.
But why would you wait? Are we really waiting that long for a player who lives in London? Isn't this a bit wild for you or what? Is it me?
I know what you mean. Wow. Well, especially the fact that it's been going on for a few days, but yeah, there's a minute left till the window officially shuts. I hope I see no tweets of Palace have just put it in last minute to the. Hopefully, all the documents are signed, but yeah, we shouldn't really call him. We shouldn't really be signing an extension form. As Patrick said, he lives in London. Like, everything's why are we? Yeah, let's say I don't think we're signing an extension form anyways. Hopefully, it's a case of just announcing him. Sorry, Nick, was you going to say something?
I said the window's shut.
Yeah, the window's officially shut right now, people. And let's just hope Ben Chilwell is going to get announced and nothing's gone wrong. I'm still hopeful. But yeah, it is technically the window is officially over. Ben Chilwell needs to get announced, and also Jeffrey Schlupp needs to get announced as well.
Can you do the? I like the Bradford City Teo video. You'll have to show it. Can you click on it for me? It's on. It's actually pretty good.
Where's on?
Bradford City's Twitter account.
Okay. Let me just see. As long as they don't have like match clips or anything like that. Is it?
No, it's not. There's no match clip. It's just kind of cool the way they did it. I liked it. It's kind of cool.
Okay, cool. I'll find it. I'll find it now. But gents, are you worried? Are you calm about the situation? The window is officially shut right now.
It's weird that we waited this long and it hasn't been announced. I'm not worried about it. I'm sure it'll get done. But it's just weird that we literally waited all day and it hasn't been announced. It's just funny. It's funny to me. But
I think you've got more to worry about, Patrick. Have you made your little man cave Trump-proof, bunker-proof? Have you bunkered it? Have you reinforced it?
I don't talk politics.
That's a yes then.
I don't even know. I don't watch the news anymore. I'm not joking. I don't pay attention to what's going on. It's a very,
sometimes
very sad
you have to do that. Sometimes you have to do that just to like. Otherwise,
I don't. I just don't. I really don't.
Just moan about
look, is this? Can you look? Is that true, D?
Let's see on what Palace or Celtic. Let me see.
I'll look on the Palace website.
Yeah, I'm looking at Celtic right now. Yep. Schlupp has literally been announced 38 seconds ago, so I don't know how on earth you said it that quickly, but yes, it's been announced. Jeffrey Schlupp by Celtic has been announced, so that is the end of an era, subject to international clearance, of course. He's playing in Scotland. But yeah, Jeffrey Schlupp has officially left Crystal Palace, people.
Can I take show a bit of sugar in? I can't get the things up, but Jason, can you get Jason's window rating up, please?
Please. Whilst I get the Schlupp stuff up, I can't see it. Yeah, so I'll show the article from Celtic on Jeffrey Schlupp. Patrick, what Nick was saying, can you bring it up, please? Because you got access.
What do you want to bring up? A comment?
Yeah, Jason's comment about the window.
That one?
Yeah.
Gents, just quickly, look at the timing of this. I guess they had the article written up at that time, but didn't post it till now.
because he wasn't announced at 9:30. I know that for a fact.
Oh yeah,
but yeah,
right.
he's on loan until the end of the season. He's featured almost 250 times for us, which is decent. Also capped 20 times for Ghana. He's saying that he's very delighted to join Celtic, such a massive club and iconic name in football. He's spoken to Brendan. I'm really looking forward to working with him and the lads in the squad as we aim to bring more silverware to our supporters. The team has already done brilliantly this season, both domestically and in Europe. And I know I'm joining a really successful team, but I want to add to this to play my own part and help us achieve even more. I can't wait to get started and meet the fans. Brendan Rodgers saying he's really delighted to bring him. He's sure that fans will love him. Did Jeffrey Schlupp ever play under Brendan Rodgers? No, because he was at Palace when Brendan Rodgers was at Celtic.
Right, they won under the Italian manager. Right, he wasn't there when.
Yeah. I need to quickly answer. But if you want to talk about that, then feel
free.
Do
you think the Celtic fans will be respectful of his rhythm is a dancer chant, like Palace fans respectfully didn't sing the "I Want to Be Edouard" chant? Kind of reciprocate.
Great question. I think our fans are a little bit strange when it comes to other teams having songs before the player gets here. I hope they sing it. I mean, they got that guy Jota came back to Celtic too, so you know what? Listen, I'm very happy for him, man. Listen, he was a great 7 for Palace. He got a chance to win at minimum the Premier League there, the Premiership there, probably League Cup, FA Cup, and maybe get another round or two in Europe. So good for him, man.
Can you bring that back up, D? Because I haven't shouted at it yet. Yeah. Sorry, he said Jason Bobin said if without Chilwell, this is a 2 out of 10. Yeah. With no Chilwell, then this is a 2 out of 10 window. With Chilwell, still a 4 out of 10 window. That's bollocks. We've got an exciting youngster from Millwall. We've thought of several other clubs. We are brilliant at plucking players from the Championship. Okay? Mark my words. From what I've heard from Millwall fans, I know quite a few, when we look back on this video, as DR will inevitably do in 2 years' time when we inevitably don't sign anybody again on a window day, you'll look back and say it was an 8 out of 10 window. I'm telling you. Essa is special. You can't say 4 out of 10.
You can because we didn't sign a left wing back, and that's what we needed. Regardless of how good Essa is, it's a window. It's not a player. If we're judging Roman Essa, then yeah, we can look back and we might say, oh look, he was a 9 out of 10 at the time signing. But we're talking about a window, and Glasgow.
Yeah, okay. 4 out of 10 window. We got rid of Rob Holding and Jeffrey Schlupp, so that's at least got to push it up to.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they're gone out on loan.
We've lost no big players.
No, those players, even if they stayed at Palace, it's not going to be the end of the world. For us, we need to bring a wing back. So, of course, I don't think it's going to be the case. But if we don't bring in a wing back, then you can put your ratings that low, I think, regardless of signing an SA, because we ignore the key position that Glasgow wanted. So yeah. I think he can go low, but I think we will sign a wing back. Well, Ben Chilwell. And if we don't, then yeah, that would be horror show. But yeah, Roman Esse, I think is an exciting signing, to be fair. So yeah. But yeah, some people agree, some people disagree. That's part of the game. And this is a big point though. Let's hope none of our centre backs get injured. Or yeah, I mean, Klein and Lerma can play there, but we're very low numbers in the centre back department, which is worrying. And Patrick spoke about Richards' injury record. Are you confident that your boy will stay fit, Patrick, to the end of the season?
No, not for the entire season, but hopefully, if he does get injured, it won't be a long term. He has a hamstring issue. A lot has that almost every season. Listen, he's played quite a bit this season already. Fingers crossed, man. But I mean, you're right. I mean, Lerma back there to me is fine. After that, Klein. I love Klein, but I don't want to see Klein.
If you've got Lerma back there, are you happy with Wharton and Hughes?
100%. I mean, I don't want Lerma. If Wharton's fit, Wharton's playing over Lerma anyway. So Lerma would be the backup.
Yeah,
for Hughes or yellow card or injury, yeah. So no, absolutely. To me, it's Hughes and Wharton rest of the season. It's not a question for me.
Chris Francis, he left as well, didn't he?
Dagenham Redbrick, yeah. When we did that video.
We
didn't do a video on him leaving. That was sad. We did one when he came in, but when he left, he just didn't care, which is pretty sad. But yeah. So we did a video when he came in, but not when he left. But that's that's the business of YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, was down in the slums. That's the only news we had. Chris Francis, and he came to us from Bournemouth, I think. So he was in a Bournemouth academy, or just like.
We didn't do a Chris Richards announcement video. Never gonna forget that.
When was he? Because I wanted to
do it. It was during the summer. Vieira's first season. You didn't want to do one. It was like August. You didn't want to do it. You did not want to do one.
I was busy.
For a whole week?
Yeah. Oh no! But like the news expired. I'm pretty sure
that day it did expire. You could have done the next day. You just didn't want to do it. You were anti Chris Richards. So I'm not gonna lie about it.
I'm not anti Chris Richards. I literally got Chris Richards kit.
Do you with a name on the back? Number?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. How can I be anti Chris Richards?
Where'd you get that from?
I got it from the club shop.
Did you win a bet with someone?
I won a bet because someone, once again, how to watch football. Where's the book? Yeah, how to watch football. You lost because you thought Chris Richards would be playing a certain amount of games. I got this book for you as well, Patrick.
Guess what, D? He got injured. Exactly. Like I say, he got injured. Exactly.
And I managed to win it.
It's fair. So.
Yeah. We discovered that Wesley Awad is still with us, 6.5 out of 10. But yeah, so in terms of Diouf, I don't think anyone was expecting us to have a move for him today. It seemed like that report just died down. Yeah. So yeah, it's about Ben Chilwell. There's nothing about it. I did want to bring this up because I think we do have money, David. I disagree with you there. I think we do have money. You look at the money from the summer window. Even Tim has said this, and Tim is normally, he's the one that's saying he likes to be on the club side of things. Like he's happy with Parish, etc. And I'm not like totally against it, but even Tim said that we should have money as well. So I don't think it's a money issue. I just think it's a spending issue. We just didn't want to spend it on Diouf, maybe because of the price tag, or we just didn't want to spend it in this window. And let's not forget the times when Vieira played Tompkins ahead of Richards. Oh, hey, Patrick, do you remember that? Tompkins was playing ahead of Chris Richards.
Yeah, sad time. sad time.
Yeah.
Where's he right now? Where's he? Get him back. He's a free agent. Where's Tompkins?
Yeah, that's a decent shout. No, we haven't secured anyone yet. Ben Chilwell we're waiting on. However, Jeffrey Schlupp has been announced that he's left the football club. Rob Holding as well. Both of them gone on.
I'm watching a Rob Holding video. He did a video of Sheffield United already.
Oh, do you want to watch that Bradford video still?
Nah, I mean it's no big deal.
Dave, Pat, everybody, I'm going to get off. Got work in the morning. Thanks.
All right, buddy.
See you.
All right, Nick, take care.
I'll see you around Doncaster time. Take it easy.
Yeah. All right, then. Take care, Nick.
Take care, buddy.
All right, cool. What was he saying? You're watching a Rob Holding highlight video?
Yeah. Announcement video. It's on YouTube already. Sheffield United announced him already.
You watch it?
You want to? Are you allowed to?
I think we can watch the Twitter. Yeah, we can watch the Twitter one. Hold on, the night is still young. Which let's see. He's on YouTube. Oh, here you go. Yeah, we can watch the. Come on, Sheffield United. Don't copyright this video. Sheffield United copyright this video. I'm on Sheffield United. Like surely Sheffield United, I'm not going to copyright this video on a Rob Holding interview.
The guy's already in kit and everything. Look at him. He looks happy too.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, I'm over the moon, but
I can hear it
with signing and the last couple of months of the season. Hopefully, help the team and push for promotion.
It had to be done quickly, quite obviously. So, tell us what it's like to be a player moving on transfer deadline day.
Yeah, my last two moves have been deadline day moves, and you are just sort of sat around in anticipation, waiting for the go ahead. And then as soon as you get that, it's just jump in the car and get to where you need to be. So I've spent like 7 hours in the car today, driving from South London, doing a medical on the way, and then straight up to Sheffield.
A long day, but well worth it. You must be delighted to get this move.
Yeah, well worth it. Well worth it for sure. I'm excited to get to bed tonight and then get to training tomorrow. That's for sure.
And Chris Wilder, obviously, someone that he's been looking.
You're gonna have to tell me what he's saying.
A while and looking to bolster his defense. So, what did he say to you that made you?
Yeah, we just had a quick word then, and I was excited at the project that he's got here and the culture that he brings to Sheffield United with the fans being on board. And yeah, it's a good environment to be in, and hopefully I can add to that.
Great time to join, of course. United going well in the table. What have you made of the season so far?
Yeah, I've been keeping eyes on it. Obviously, I've got a few friends that play in different championship clubs, and seeing Sheffield up there and competing to get back into the Premier League, which is where I've played them in the past, has always been when they were a Premier League team. So yeah, it'd be good to help them get there.
And when you come in tomorrow, there will be one or two familiar faces, I understand.
Yeah, obviously Jez, who's on loan from Palace. I've had a season with him last year. Harry Clark, when I was at Arsenal and he was a young kid coming through, would train with the first team occasionally. He's a good lad, bit of a cheeky chappy, but I think he more than holds his own. And over my career, I've crossed paths with Ben when he played for Forest and stuff. So yeah, a few lads that I already know that I can settle in. I've been on the phone to Dean Henderson and Ramers, and they've said how much they enjoyed their time here and how great the club is. So I'm more than excited.
And coming back north as well, it's been nearly a decade for you in the capital, so that must be a nice feeling too.
Yeah, people are saying that I kept my accent, which is nice. But yeah, I'm from obviously Staley Bridge, which is just over Woodhead and 45 minutes from here. So I'm sure my dad can get to every game now. He's missed a few since being in London. So now we'll be back to his weekends. He'll probably be happy that he don't have to go shopping with my mum now and he can get to football.
And you must be looking at this as, a great opportunity, a fresh start almost, and to get some games under your belt once a year.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is. Obviously, it's no secret that my last 2 years have been a little bit stop-start, and just looking for that bit of consistency now with games, and Sheffield United, I hope, can offer that.
And you were well known to Sheffield United supporters. You've had great experiences in your career at Arsenal, especially a couple of FA Cup wins, some Community Shield wins as well. Bringing that winning mentality, is that what you'll be looking to bring to Sheffield United?
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, it's quite a young team, so if any experience I can bring to the lads, and if they've got any questions about when you've got the pressure on and you have to get results because other teams are winning around you, if they need to ask anything, I'm an open book for them.
And looking forward to meeting your teammates in the daylight, of course, tomorrow morning. You get back here at
Shanklin. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking forward to that, and just you bond best when you're on the pitch playing football and training and in games. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah. So
I was listening to it. And I was listening to it on my on my other device. So yeah, he spoke about Jess, of course, right. Dino, who played for Sheffield United.
Yep.
How his dad couldn't watch him play. I don't know if that. I mean, I could say a joke there, but he didn't really play as much. He only had one appearance. I don't think it was a London thing, but. Yeah. I guess him being in Sheffield can help him in that regards. And yeah, what else did he say?
7-hour drive up today. Did a medical on the way up.
7 hours
from London. 7 hours he drove. He drove 7 hours up there. He said, 7 hours it took him.
Was he driving 30 miles per hour?
I don't know.
He just didn't want to get injured. He took his time.
Wait. Looks like we have a new player.
Do we?
So we'll look it up. Yeah, we'll see.
I'm looking.
She will announce. Louis Tidy, he knows stuff. Finally, let's see.
Let me see.
Listen, man, Pat's like drama. Pat's love drama. I love them. We love.
Oh, here we go. Yep. He's been announced.
Here we go. Oh, I see his picture. I see his picture. Yeah.
Pat, don't copyright us. Here he is. There's the video. The 8-second announcement. Interview should be dropping. Should we wait for the interview and listen to the interview? Or
I don't mind. It's fine. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So Chilwell has been officially announced after 5 years. We've got a backup for Mitchell. If he stays fit, he can be a backup option. But yes, how are we feeling, people?
All right. In the chat, we need to know, seriously, what do you rate the window? We know that Jason said 4 out of 10. D, you want to wait or what do you want to talk about? You want to rate it? What do you want to rate it now? SA and Chilwell. What are you rating it?
I know all the Chilwell content is dropping.
Okay, no problem.
So let's just quickly see what they're saying about Ben Chilwell, and then we'll go from there. There's an article, of course, on Palace's site. About time, man. About time is announced. Yep. So, of course, Crystal Palace are delighted to announce Ben Chilwell on loan from Chelsea. He's 28 years old. Can operate a number of positions. He was at Leicester for 5 years. He said, I'm very excited to be here. Crystal Palace is a club that's going in a great direction. Look at the last few months with the results and how the team's playing. It was a no-brainer to make the decision to come here.
See Parish is saying Ben has experience at the highest level of European and international football. I'm delighted that he has joined us on loan, and we believe he'll prove to be a great addition to the squad. So yeah, pretty brief. I wonder if there'll be a longer interview than that. Surely there must be. But do you want to talk about the rating?
Yeah, we see a few in the chat. A lot, some 4 out of 10s, 6 out of 10s. I like this one. 10 for SA, 4 for Chilwell. The average out to a 7. I guess that's not bad. 6 out of 10. Wesley 7. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Honestly, love the SA move, but it's a future move. And Chilwell, again, I'll say it again. Didn't want him necessarily, but we had to get cover for Mitchell. If he's fit, he's a good player. Let's not be silly. If he's fit, he's a good player. I mean, the guy's an international Champions League winner, etc. The issue obviously is fitness, and he can play in a pinch in the back three. He can play left-sided centre half if we had to play him there. Wouldn't be ideal. So, to me, I'll take it. It's 6 months. It's a loan. It's not the money I don't care about. We got rid of Schlupp's salary and holding, so that will probably pay for Chilwell. Will there be a fee? Minimal, if anything. I hate dealing with Chelsea. Hate it. If he plays really well, they'll send him for 50 million to somewhere else, whatever. But we need a body, and he's in, so I'll take it. What about you?
Yeah, I'm like, he's a Palace player now for 6 months. I'm 100% going to get behind him. And there's an actual interview. I don't know how I feel about playing the interview. I don't know if Palace will tell us off.
Don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
I'll watch you later on.
It's not worth it. It's not worth the interview. It's not worth us getting copyright.
Breaking news.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
That's hilarious. That's a good one. That was very good, by the way. That was very funny. We need some levity, some jokes around here. So.
That's funny. But yeah, Ben Chilwell has been confirmed. But yeah, look, there's a 4-minute interview there. I'll probably watch the interviews on Palace TV. I don't know if you need a subscription. I can sign into the account, but I don't know if it's like a free thing or whatever. If it's free, is it on Palace TV?
I can put it on. I have a subscription.
Yeah, I've got a subscription as well. I can put it on as well. But like, it's a case of if it's like a paid subscription thing, and then we're showing it for free to everyone. It's like we're kind of taking the piss. Do you get?
I got you.
I don't want that.
I got it here. How long is it?
Yeah, I don't want. It's 4 minutes. It would have been good to watch it here, but we'll leave it for now. It's
no problem.
It's free. I mean, if it's free, then you lot can watch it. But look, Chilwell's announced. For me, the window. So it's hard. It's hard for me to rate it. We had this debate the other day. They posted it on YouTube as well. Should we take a risk? Well, I guess we'll learn how Palace feel towards us. I guess we'll learn.
This is the tester. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, should we do the test and learn how Palace feel towards us?
It's a 3-hour stream that might get taken down, but it's not like we have like a ton of like.
No, we can always remove it. We can always remove it from the stream.
I got you. Okay.
Technically, you can edit the stream after it's ended. I'm on YouTube, searching YouTube. Hell, man, my head is gone. Crystal Palace. Let's see. Let's see how Palace still feel towards back of the nest. The first interview. Oh yeah, it's 4 minutes. Is there? I mean, if it's on YouTube, Palace is not going to copyright it. They're cool with us. Let's watch it. Can you hear it, Patrick?
Media.
Not this, of course. I'm going to mute this. Virgin Media are not paying us. If Glasner wants him, then I want him. I know some of you are already here in the comment section. He's not even been announced yet, so I guess they posted this a bit earlier. All right, should we watch this?
Yeah. I can hear it.
Right, I'm gonna go mute.
Well, Ben, welcome to Crystal Palace. I guess the first place to start is how excited.
I'll pause at some point.
Yeah, very excited. I think
we'll talk about what you said.
Obviously, spoke to the manager, and it's a club that's going in.
2 seconds, sorry, people, because I need to hear it on my phone, and then we'll pause it. Let me open the stream on my phone. By the way, if you haven't already done so, hit the like button, subscribe. Well, what are we on? 250 likes. I can't really complain. Thank you to everyone who's already done that. There's about 180 of you here, but we've got 250 likes. All right, cool. I'm going on mute on my phone.
A great direction. I think especially, you look at the last few months with the results and how the team's playing, players they've got. It was a no-brainer really to make the decision to come here. And yeah, just really excited to get going.
I was going to mention that you've spoken to Oliver. What is it that he had to say about what he wants from you and where he sees this squad going?
I think firstly, when it comes to the style of football that he wants to play, that he mentioned, and obviously playing in a back five with wing backs is something that I'm familiar with. Did it this season at Chelsea. We won the Champions League, so it's something that I enjoy. The attacking side of things, I think, suits me as a player, and he just kind of emphasised that it was something that he really wants from his wing backs, which obviously excited me. And as a team, I think his ambition and kind of how he mentioned that he sees the club going and the players that he's got in the direction that everyone's kind of working towards, kind of, really excited me hearing that from him. So it was a really exciting, conversation we had.
What are you looking to get out of the time that you're?
What do you think so far? What you said?
So yeah, so I'm a bit behind because I'm watching it on my phone.
Oh yeah,
so,
no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he spoke to Glasner and
Right.
he spoke about the attacking side of the wing back role, which is quite interesting because that's the area that we've been struggling in.
Yeah.
And who's missed Hashura? Why do we keep can you stop spamming the chat with that, please? But yeah, so yeah, that's positive in that regards, and he likes to play in that system. I guess there's no surprises there, is there?
No. I mean,
what do you think of it so far?
he sounds like he's bought into Glasner's philosophy, and it sounds like Glasner wants him. So far to me, all good, right? All good for me. So,
Yeah. Should we continue listening to it?
Yeah, sure.
You're here with us.
I think obviously just to play football at a great club. I've been to the stadium a few times over the years. It's obviously a great stadium with great fans. And yeah, just really excited to get back playing football and playing football for a club which is obviously going in a great direction, and hopefully I can help with that.
We spoke off camera. You know a few of the lads already.
Yeah.
That will help you settle in straight away, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've played with probably 4 or 5 of the boys, England youth age groups. So yeah, I think it's going to hopefully be a pretty seamless, transition into the squad. I was at the training ground today, met a lot of the staff who are all great and very welcoming, and like I said, know quite a lot of the boys. So hopefully it should be quite a quick settle in and get going straight away.
Your resume speaks for itself. You've had incredible experience both with England. You mentioned winning the Champions League, and just want to ask,
who did he play with? 4 or 5 players.
Same question. I guess Dean Henderson would have to be one, right? Henderson had to be one.
4 or 5 players. What? Who did Ben Chilwell play?
Dean Henderson for sure. He's 28. He's about the same age as Dean Henderson. But I don't know who else you could think about. Not Gahey. Gahey's younger. Let's look at the team again. Let's look at the team.
Yeah, so I guess that's a positive as well. I didn't even realize that he's played with that many packed players before, like 4 or 5. That's a positive.
How old is Kleiny? How old is Kleiny? He's 30 something, right?
Bruno saying Hughes and Ketia as a Dino.
Hughes, that's it. Hughes Henderson. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Well, I guess I guess he knows a few of them like that. Whereas
that is a positive. That's good.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
As a would be England, I guess at some point maybe England. He's older. Oh no, Eze's about 26 now, right? Yeah, maybe Eze.
Yeah.
Definitely Dino. I know definitely Hughes and Dino make a lot of sense. And Nketiah and Eze, I'm not really sure about, but yeah,
definitely England. And Nketiah, I'm not too sure because Nketiah is a bit younger, but they might have a youth people. Let's continue.
Interesting.
will that help not only obviously yourself coming into the squad, but also those younger players or people that might not have had that experience yet?
Yeah, it was something that I kind of mentioned to the manager, was that I didn't want to come in and, you know, help just on the pitch. I also wanted to kind of help off the pitch. I think I look at my last few years at Chelsea, where I've kind of become one of the more experienced players, and it's something that I've took on and enjoyed. So I think coming into the squad, especially playing a system which I've been successful playing in before, I think it's a good opportunity for me to not just help on the pitch, but like I said, off the pitch as well. And, you know, try and help, like you've mentioned there, the younger boys and just everyone generally with the experiences that I've had.
What are you hoping to show the Palace fans? They would have seen you and what you can do, but what are you hoping to show on that left-hand side?
That's positive in that regards, Patrick. I like what you said there.
The young players?
Helping players off the pitch as well.
I agree. I agree with that.
And I think when it comes down to Mitchell, of course, he's more experienced than Chilwell. I think Mitchell can learn a few things. He can learn a few things, and that should elevate Mitchell's game a bit more. But yeah, that's a positive to hear, because you don't, like, he doesn't have to say that. He doesn't need to say that if he doesn't mean it. Like, you get, like, he spoke to the manager about helping players off the pitch. So it seems like he does want to be here. Like, he wants an opportunity, because at Chelsea, I didn't really hear any Chelsea fans say anything bad about him and his attitude when he wasn't playing. In fact, it was the opposite. It seemed like he was a good player on the squad. He didn't really cause that much of a fuss. And we have got younger players. He's an experienced player. So that could be, you know, beyond Mitchell. It can be helping other players as well. Which
Breaker, Uma, something like that. You're right. The younger
exactly. New players.
Apora.
Exactly. So that's good to hear.
That is.
I mean, I like to attack. So first and foremost, I am a defender. So, you know, the defending side of things is obviously very important. Even when you're playing as a wing back, you know, your defensive responsibilities are first and foremost. But of course, I like to, you know, be a bit more adventurous and try and get involved in goals, whether it's assisting or scoring them. And yeah, just helping the team as much as possible on the attacking side of things, and, you know, just getting up and down the line for the whole game every week as much as I can.
And finally, you spoke about the Palace fans and the stadium, obviously an incredible atmosphere at Selhurst Park. And how excited are you to step out onto the pitch as a Palace player?
Yeah, very excited. I mean, like I said, I've played at Selhurst Park a number of times over the years, and it's always been a great stadium. It's difficult to go there, which obviously is a positive. It's something that you enjoy, you know, going to stadiums that the fans are so passionate. And that's something, again, that excited me, was how passionate the fans are, how tight the stadium is. You know, it's always a great atmosphere when you go there. And yeah, just very excited to get started and hopefully go to the stadium soon and meet all the fans.
Hidden in appalling conditions, more than 70 donkeys.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's, look, nothing bad there. In fact, you will hear the generic stuff, but there's a few things that he said there, which was actually a real positive in terms of, like, wanting to help out the rest of the squad with his experience. He's mentioned a few times attack, as much as
attacking,
attack. So it seems like Glasner really got that across to him in terms of his role at Palace, and that's what we need. Like, a wing back, cool, he should be able to defend, but look at Muniz, for example. He got that assist against Mateta from attacking. Like, we need our wing backs to be a bit more attacking minded and take risks rather than defensively, because we already have 3 centre backs. So that's positive. But overall, save the donkeys. Sorry, because my phone is behind. I didn't realize the ad came on here. Like, I was still listening to it on my phone, but of course, you're ahead of me. Save the donkeys. Someone said, Mitch said, hope that isn't YouTube throwing shade. Donkey video after Chilwell. Coincidence. That's harsh. But look, I'm behind him, man. I'm behind him. We could have done better on paper. However, I hope everything goes well for us. Hopefully he performs well, and then we can sign him on a permanent deal in the summer. But I think wages could be a bit complex. But he seems like he wants to be here and he wants to be given an opportunity. But before we do wrap up, when do we see Chilwell play? Is it against Doncaster? And how long? Because I'm wondering, he hasn't played that many games. Like, at what point do we see Chilwell be at the level where he can be a starter? Does he even start? There's a few questions there, to be fair, when it comes to Chilwell.
Yeah, I don't think it's Doncaster. I don't want to risk. We're already going to be resting Eze, probably going to be resting a few other players. I don't want to risk. I want to respect Doncaster in the highest way because I want to win that game to get to the next round. So he hasn't played, so that's a little bit of a, I don't know, it's a little risky, but maybe when I'm over, Fulham, Villa, around that time. You know what I mean? Around there, late February.
But doesn't Doncaster make sense though?
It depends if you want to really win that match and you're going to run to risk a player that you hasn't played.
But then he surely should be performing against Doncaster, with all due respect.
I get that, D, but it's still, you got to remember Glasner's whole mindset of wanting to win every match, taking the cup competition seriously. And I'm not saying playing Chilwell is not serious, but he hasn't played this season. To throw him out there in that first game, maybe give him the first 45 minutes, maybe, and then put Mitchell second half, that would work.
Have you seen what Simon Jordan said about Ben Chilwell? Joining.
No.
He said that it may lead to a situation where you have Gahey going to Chelsea in the summer because Chelsea are doing Palace a favor.
Wow.
That's what he said.
This is the thing, I mean, and this is not this is business. This is business. We're not going to be doing favors. This is a business situation. We're not going to give you
Gahey. I don't think Chelsea done us a favor. Like Chelsea owe us.
If they do us a favor, it's because they took Chalobah back, exactly. So that could do a favor by giving us a player back, but not for Gahey. Listen, Gahey's not going back to Chelsea. I don't see it. It's not he can do much better than going back to Chelsea. He's been there. No, he can do better than that. He could do better than going back to Chelsea. No, I think that it's just that it's business. They had a need. They had a player. He wasn't playing. He's a left wing back. We had a need, a left wing back. Blah blah blah. And let's just do a deal.
We're doing them a favor.
Liverpool, I agree. We make him good. They'll sell him off for
exactly.
Get the money back.
Should we have put an option to buy then?
Nah. I want a younger left wing back. I'm good.
No. I know, but maybe the club think the same as well. But then I guess we should have still I just hate the fact that Chelsea always get away with it. At least if we had an option there, then we can exercise the option or we can ignore it. But now there isn't an option. It's like
right.
Chelsea still have the upper hand.
This is the last deal I ever want to do with Chelsea. They little bro us every time. This is the last one I want to do with Chelsea. I'm not even joking. I'm glad we got a player from them because the Chalobah thing left me really upset. And again, he feels the need for us. But honestly, no more Chelsea deals, bro. Seriously, can we go through the list? Seriously, you did it. Gallagher, Loftus-Cheek, Batshuayi, Chalobah. End it, man. I'm done with Chelsea, bro. I'm done.
Yeah.
This is the last
I hate the fact that they're always manage to do it without an option. Like it's always in their favor. It's always in their favor. Yeah. But then again, we're doing it with French Eddie. That's what Andy's saying. With Leicester, and they're paying us a loan fee, and that is the reason why Palace really couldn't be bothered to.
I'm not gonna lie, Leicester's getting ripped off. I feel bad.
Yeah, we're doing them dirty. He's not even in the squad. Is he even in the squad for Leicester?
I haven't seen it. He wasn't in the squad the last game either. No.
But then he's kind of ruining our reputation. Not our reputation, but his own rep when it comes to selling him on. Because in the summer, if any teams look hold up, you couldn't get into the squad of a Leicester side that got relegated. Well, if they stay up, we'll see. But it's not a good look. But then again, saying that, there was still interest from the MLS for around 15 or 10 million. So maybe we still managed to get some money for him. But yeah, he doesn't have no recall clause. He doesn't. But look, people, we're gonna wrap up there. If you have enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe. It's over. The window is close. We've got the left wing back. Actually, hold up. Ratings. Because we basically went past it. Patrick, your final rating for this window, and also get involved in the chat as well.
Again, we got a left wing back, not the one I wanted. We got a very exciting left-footed number 10. 6 out of 10. 6.
6? You're giving it a 6?
Yeah.
And you was cooking me the other day. The whole 7 out of 10, and you're talking about 8 or 9. What?
No. I'm pretty sure I said if we got a centre back, it would be 8. I'm pretty sure I didn't say Chilwell essay was more than a 6, but we can go back to that. I'm pretty sure I said if we got centre back, it's an 8. even the last day. Because we had that discussion about the timing of it, and I think Lou and I said we get the centre back and Chilwell and Essay. That's an 8. You said no. It doesn't matter if we get them on the deadline day, it's not going to be good enough. So, yeah.
Okay.
So yes,
I'm gonna go for 6.5.
Oh my god, you went higher than me, even though you said it had to be all about timing. Interesting.
Yeah, but then
you're getting cooked in the chat later. You're getting cooked in the chat and then what?
No, because the timing, in regards to the timing of it, I always said that I can't give it above a 7 because of the timing of it.
I hear you.
Look, the reason
you know what? I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 just to beat you. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 just to beat you.
All right, cool. I'm gonna give it 7.5. No, I'm chatting. I'm gonna go back to man. Yeah, you want to do this?
No, you
no, actually, let me just digest this. 6.5. Nah, because I would have given Diouf a 7 because of the time. I'm gonna give it a 6. Giving it a 6. It can be better, of course. Right now it's a 6. It can be better. It depends on if Chilwell stays fit and let's see how it contributes. But for me, I just feel like it was a cop out bringing in Ben Chilwell. We saved money in that regards. We didn't spend 25 million on Diouf, and it's a short-term fix. We still need another left wing back in the summer. So for me, I can't really give it higher than a 6. Let's see. Hopefully he gets goals and assists, and maybe we can look back and say, look, he stayed fit. He's got the goals and assists. He was actually great for us. But then again, it's a short-term signing. He's not going to be here. We'll see. But he's going back to Chelsea, so we still have to sign a left wing back if that is him or not. Like I saying 7. Elliot saying 6. Jordan saying 5. 6.25 out of 10.
Love that one. I love that one.
I mean, Chris saying 5. And no players out. Essay and left wing back could cover centre back if fit. 7 out of 10.
No one left. And a lot of loans. But a lot of loans, Holding, Schlupp, Raymond,
for me, those players just had to move on. I'm not going to give them.
And we got it done though. It's not like we got it done, so that was important.
Yeah, Rex is saying 4, Kyle saying 5. Need another centre back. He's saying I'll rate it at the end of the season. You can't do that. Otherwise, we can all do that.
D. Think about now. I mean, it's hard to. You had it before, but think about now the bench options now. So when France is fit, right? Let's look at the next game, Doncaster. Let's just say we play the regular team. I'm not going to go to the lineup, but you're going to have obviously Turner on the bench. You're going to have
Turner's going to start.
I'm just saying, just pretend that they're not. Just go with our regular. Turner on the bench. Eze on the bench. To just say, even though you're going to get the rest. Eze, Nketiah, Wharton, França. I'm missing defender. Klein.
Well, if everyone is fit.
If everyone's fit, the bench is a lot stronger than it was before. Because there's no more Schlupp. No more Schlupp on the bench. You know what I mean? So bench is going to be a lot stronger. A lot. Because you'll probably replace Chilwell with, let's just say, for argument's sake, Kapora. He won't be on the bench.
Yeah. I think Klein will sort of stay there.
You've got experience to him. You've got França in for Schlupp, and then you've got the rest of them. So the bench is a lot stronger. You know what I mean? So that's an important.
We're getting there, yeah. With Water coming back as well. I think França. Let's see what happens with him. But now that Schlupp is gone, maybe we might see him on the bench. Because
possibility.
Yeah, because I think França will take over Jeffrey Schlupp, which I'm for. I think that's an upgrade. I think Chilwell is an upgrade on Kapora for now, if he stays fit. There's just the fact that Klein is like the centre back cover, which I don't really feel comfortable with. But we'll ignore that.
That is honestly the thing I fear most about is the injury to Lacroix, Gahey, or Richards. Where we're going to be again. I don't have a problem with Loma.
The height goes, we're going to find a Klein. The height goes as well. I guess not so much on Gahey, but if Lacroix or Richards got injured, you lose that height. Because remember, we've been very good at set pieces. Lacroix wins that header, and then Mateta scores a rebound. Like we've scored a lot of set pieces. I think we've been one of the best teams in the Premier League in set pieces.
There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8.
That's a healthy bench. No, Wharton won't be on the bench.
Well,
Wharton,
I mean,
so it'll be Lerma on the bench.
Lerma.
I mean, you got creativity there.
Oh, look at that. And then, right, add Deveni too to that.
With Deveni, how many players were listed there?
That would be 9. That would be the 9th player.
Was there 8 listed there?
That was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
5,
yeah. And Deveni, yeah. Deveni.
And you're right.
You
You're right.
got your number 10s, France and SA, creative player. You have your Lerma who can hold the game well. You can have your Kamada who can go in the central midfield role if you need him to. He's kind of proven that as of recently in that central midfield 2 midfield role. So you can have Lerma and Kamada as the 2 options there. I think France and SA will be the 10s. Then you have your left-hand side sorted with Ben Chilwell. And right-hand side will be Nathaniel Klein / centre-back, who's going to be doing hybrid and the Matt Turner thing. It's not bad.
No,
it's strong.
You know what?
It's stronger. It's stronger.
When I look at the bench now,
Riyadh is out for the season.
Now, there were 3 or 4 guys I don't want to see come on. Of those 9, forget the goalkeeper. Of those 8, you bring on Klein, okay, you'd have to. Chilwell.
Klein is the only one which I don't think is serious from us. If Klein comes on, yeah.
Chilwell, no problem. Kamada, no problem. Obviously, Lerman for water, no problem. Obviously, one of the stars. France, no problem. Essa, no problem. And Keta, no problem. And even Deveni, who's been coming on. So now when you bring on sub, there's no, oh no, here comes, I hate to say it, Schlupp. Oh, here comes Ward. You know what I mean? So the bench is a lot better. A lot better.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing for me.
It is. But we can still improve on it in the summer, of course.
Yeah, 100%.
Back. And then, yeah. All right, people, we're going to wrap up. It's been a pleasure. Thanks to every one of you that stayed here for 3.5 hours. Thank you to all of you that came in, out, checking us about. That's been appreciated as well. If you have enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. Match reaction out from yesterday. If you want to go rewatch the watch along, you can do so as well. We're not playing till Monday night, so the preview probably won't drop till near the weekend. Of course. So yeah, we'll have a preview if there's any Doncaster fans about, opposition preview. Maybe Palace news. You never know, because it's not like only transfer news. If there's any news, then we'll be here. But yeah, thanks to each and every single one of you. We'll be back at some point. But until then, up the Palace.